Hello all you beautiful people, I'm Ethan Locke here with the one and only Jadon Woods as we welcome you to tonight's very interesting matchup between the 2-1 Michigan City Wolves, who are visiting the 2-1 Valpariso Vikings in a very crucial Week 4 matchup.
Absolutely, and as we approach midway through the season, we're going to take a look at the Duneland standings. Crown Point is standing strong in the lead at 3-0. Following that up, there's a four-way tie for second place that includes Maryville, Michigan City, Lake Central, and Valparaiso, all standing pretty strong at 2-1.
In third, we have LaPorte at 1-2, and then at dead last is Portage and Chesterton, who are all still winless. That makes this game very important with a lot on the line. A win for either of these teams would bump them up to second place, while throwing the other one down to third in the conference. But first, Jadon, why don't you start us off with the pregame tonight?
I will very gladly. First off, I really want to talk about some keys to the game. For Valpo, I mean, of course, it's going to be their run game. We've seen it time and time again where Valpo has just absolutely dominated the enemy team by fearlessly running that ball straight up the middle. With powerhouses like Justin Clark, Thomas Berta, and Travis Davis, it's pretty much inevitable that any team would be worried about their runs just taking over the game. Ethan, go ahead and take over Michigan City's keys.
Well, Jadon, as you just mentioned, when it comes to playing the Valparaiso Vikings, you need to find a way how to stop the powerful run game, and that's exactly what they need to do, if they even want to stay close in this game. But we'll mostly need to see a big game tonight by the QB Tyler Bush, who is in his fourth year as the starting QB for the Wolves. And with veteran players like Jaden Hart and Benjamin Martin alongside with him, this offense definitely has some horsepower to them. So, Jadon, let's hear more about those Vikings.
Thank you very much, Ethan. Now, let's cover some players to look out for. As I mentioned earlier, Travis Davis is going to be a massive part of this game. Throughout the 3 games that he has participated in this season, he has amassed a total of 389 yards, averaging a little under 130 a game. Those are some crazy numbers, and while runs are definitely Valpo's strong suit, their passing game, when it's used properly, is also incredibly important to their wins. Their top receiver, Scotty Bradney, has totaled only 8 receptions this season, but within those 8 receptions, he has gained a total of 236 yards, averaging 30 a catch and 80 per game. And I hope to see more of their pass game here tonight. I don't know about you, Ethan.
Oh, me too, Jadon. We sure love those deep passes. But moving on to the Wolves, Tyler Bush is doing business as usual for the Wolves. He's 5th in passing yards around the region, which is something that cannot be ignored. We saw how Valpo's defense kind of gave up towards the end for Penn game, but the last 2 games have said otherwise. However, we are definitely looking at a Bush versus Clark matchup here tonight in Valparaiso. Jadon, I say tonight, we're definitely in for a treat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I know you mentioned their past 2 games. Those past 2 games have been absolutely incredible to see. Just watch the scoreboards and stuff. 49-0 last game. Crazy.
That's right. Man, we're definitely in for a game for sure. You know, this game really depends on a lot of things, a lot of factors. If you really want to include, you know, Tyler Bush as the QB and Justin Clark, this game will really determine how things will go down in the Duneland Conference moving forward. You know, Crown Point destroyed Maryville 39-6 last week, and after we said, you know, Maryville could be a potential dark horse, they got shut down. They got shut out nearly, as that, like I just said, it was 39-6. So there's definitely some interesting things in that division.
Yeah, that's for sure. Right now we're going to be watching some of the veterans walking past as it's Veterans Night here in Valparaiso as we celebrate these people's honorable service for our country.
We sure do. And we'll see you guys before the game. Take a look at those beautiful fireworks, Jadon.
Absolutely. That was beautiful, and what an amazing performance by the Valpo
Marching band.
marching band.
For
Yes,
sure.
thank you. I couldn't think of it. Thank
What
you
a
for-
good night for some football.
Absolutely. We're getting ready for the players to take the field here.
For the coin toss.
Yeah.
Coming up here in just a little bit. But Jadon, let's get some last-minute thoughts going into this game here.
Yeah, I mean, my first thought initially was let's get some Super Bowl type bets on here. What head do you think the coin's gonna land on, Ethan?
Okay, I'm gonna predict tails, and Vikings are gonna defer to the second half. That is my prediction.
What what color Gatorade do you think they're drinking? Nah,
Yeah, you think the Gatorade's gonna be 0?
I got Gatorade Zero right here.
Not
Not sponsored.
sponsored.
We are sponsored by Blythe Sporting Goods though, so if you wanna take a look at them.
That is true for sure. But I will say one thing about tonight. You know, as we said before, Clark, Berta, and Davis is the three-headed beast when it comes to the Valpo offense. And as we see the Michigan City Wolves and their team come out to the field, we talk about how Tyler Bush, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions of the year. And Michigan City looking to go 3-1. So is the Valpariso Vikings. And Valparaiso looking for their first win in their home.
Yeah, I mean, you always gotta. You can't be like the Warriors, you know, losing what they were like 1-30 at home.
Yeah.
Can't be doing that.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
But I will say this, though. I will say this about the Michigan City Wolves. This team is resilient, and they definitely have a couple options on their team, you know, led by Martin and Collins, the 2 leading receivers on the team. Both of them combined have 4 touchdowns and 266 receiving yards combined.
Man, you say that, and it's crazy because they have so many and so many yards, and Scotty Bradney just blows that out of the water. By himself, he has 8 receptions and almost 240 yards. He's only 40 yards behind them and 6 receptions less. I mean, that's what we were saying. Like, that deep pass game is so incredibly important for them. And I know last home game, the one that we streamed, that was a little bit of it was a little bit hard to watching them kind of run the ball over and over when.
It was, and we saw that QB from Penn that absolutely
Oh, yeah.
destroyed the Valpo secondary and the D-line.
2 80-yard rushing touchdowns.
That is true. One by the running back, the other one by the QB himself. He had a total of 3 touchdowns altogether, and ultimately, you know, this week, you're back at home, you have home field advantage. It's time to, you know, think big here.
Time to lock in, yeah.
For sure.
As we watch the coin toss here really quick.
And we'll
See
you
the
see
players
the
exchanging respect really quickly, shaking hands and fist bumping.
I saw that too, for
Yeah.
sure. All right, Jaden, here's your call for the coin toss here.
I'm going tails. I'm going tails.
Tails never fails.
No, for real.
Tails, I'm saying tails, and it's going to go deferred for the Vikings.
And I think we can all agree that all 8 of these players that are up there are respected, especially someone like Matthew Hofer and Justin Clark, and of course the people that you mentioned on the Michigan City Wolves, and they're all very respected players around the DAC.
We see the 2 starting QBs, Tyler Bush and Justin Clark. Both are number 5, coincidentally.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see
That
what the
is-
coin flip is here.
Stay tuned in a moment. We're going to head over to our sideline reporter, Riley, here in just a moment. And what was that call, Ethan? Who got the ball?
Let's see what the call is. Michigan City won the toss, and I believe they will defer. Yep, they will defer.
All right,
And so
we're
I
gonna
was-
cut to Riley right now. All right. Never mind. We're not gonna cut
Some
to Riley real quick.
little technical difficulties, but no big deal either way, as football is about to commence here. The game is about to begin.
Yeah. I mean,
Obviously, Michigan City will defer to the second half, so my prediction was lopsided, but regardless, who's ready for some football?
oh, me absolutely. Get me some football action right now. I've been waiting for this for a couple weeks. Just can't wait.
Me too. So the fans at home, grab some popcorn, grab a snack, and grab some pop as well, as this game is about to begin here.
Come on, treat yourself.
That's right. As the punt team is out here.
In the backfield, we see Scotty, Bradney, and Julian Stokes ready to receive this punt. It's not often you see two people back there ready to receive. Usually I only see one and a couple guards, of course.
Gotta have that one other person just in case something happens. And we are underway here in Valparaiso. A good kick as this one is caught and still running with it. Found an opening there for a second, but gets down at around the 38-yard line.
And you know what? That's a great kick for Valpo right there. We're going to see Thomas Berta. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of Berta action. We saw him get a little bit of action past 2 games. Unfortunately, he didn't play in the season opener, but within the past 2 games that he did play, he has amassed around a little over 100 yards.
That is crazy there for the RB2 that's leading the Vikings. So here comes Clark in the offense here. As we begin the drive here, as we see Bradney on the bottom of your screen there.
And I knew I recognized that that guy. He looked very, very familiar.
First play of the game, ball snap. Here it's a run from Davis. And Davis carrying the load with him there and gets about 2 yards there.
Yeah, I mean, he does as best as he can. He gets, about 2 or 3 yards. And not always much you can do in that situation. Decent little run to start out the game, though.
Michigan City was ready for that one. They do not want Davis to get any yardage, and especially not Clark, because once those two get fired up, it's going to be very impossible for them to be stopped.
That is an absolute fact of the universe. If you let these two cook, they will not burn the food. I'll tell you that much.
And they will let them cook. So here's a 2nd and 7 here coming up. And this Clark, this is the second play of the drive, ball snap. And it's another run from Davis. And Davis still on his feet and close to the first down marker. And I believe they will give him the first down. He's right there, though.
Oh, man.
It's going to be 3rd down and inches.
Oh, no, they aren't.
Nope, first down.
Wow,
that was right the first time.
Right on the line as we see our close first down already.
And he's down at the 49-yard line. And the 2 plays, already a first down here. Davis getting warmed up here for tonight's very special matchup.
Oh, yeah, that's already about, 10 yards for him, yeah.
That's right. So here it is, ball snapped. Here's another run from Davis. Davis up the middle. And Davis still continuing to have play after play, and will get a good amount of yardage there.
That's already 3 plays for Davis, giving them about first yard and a half, about 15 yards.
That is true, and they are already in Wolves territory within just 3 plays.
And actually, they looked more prepared for the runs the first time than they did after they've already ran it twice. As Valpo's just going to line back up again. We're probably going to see another run, to be honest with you. That's what they do best.
It's a 2nd down and 4 here coming up. This is now the 4th play of the drive. See Clark signaling. Ball snapped. It's Davis again, and Davis, another first down.
That one's going to get him about 10 more, roughly 8-10 more.
That is right. They're going further and further down in Wolves territory.
Yep, they're just slowly moving their way up this field, as we're going to see Travis Davis talk to his coach a little bit.
That is right. But in the meantime, let's talk about...
They're subbing him. They're subbing him for Berta. We're going to see Berta's first play of the night.
That's going to be very interesting, as it already seems like the Michigan City defense is just letting them run all over already here. 4 plays and already close to field goal range. And Clark hasn't had to do too much here. Just had to hand it off. Here's another handoff. And this time it's Berta. And Berta almost escaped that.
Loses his footing, but if he didn't, I can tell you from experience that Berta would have been absolutely gone. And you know what I think happened? I think that when Travis Davis got tackled, his shoe got untied, because when he went over to the sideline, I saw him get on one knee and tie his shoe.
Okay. So that was a gain of 6 there. And Berta's first rush of the night is a 6-yard gain.
Good way to start the night out. That is actually just about as much as he averages. He averages 6.5 per run.
And we see another substitution here.
Bringing him out. They're going to put him in the O-line, I believe. Or they're going to put him in as tight end, yeah?
Yep, that is right. Berta's second position is the tight end position. Interesting fact. Ball snapped. Again, it's Davis. And Davis, close to the first down marker. See what the call is, but I believe he did get it. And it will be a first down.
That one was less of a question. I think he was definitely over that one.
Yeah. For sure. Let's take a look at that Michigan City defense. You know, Jahari Branch leading the team with 9.3 tackles. Adrian Holly leading the team with 3 sacks as well. And Caden Pierce, another very good player to bring up.
On the defense from Michigan City, right?
That's right. Looking like they want to stop this Valpo run game. As we mentioned in the pregame, this Valpo run game is something else.
Yet
It's another
handoff.
snap. It's Davis, and Davis will only get about a couple yards there.
Yeah, he's only gonna get about 3 or 4. A lot of short runs here to start this game.
And Berta's back in,
Berta's back. A lot of substitutions as well. They're keeping their players rested.
letting Davis out of the game for now and putting in Berta. Very interesting choice here by the coaches. Wants to give everybody a chance to try to score here and take the early lead here. 4 minutes into this game, and Valparaiso looking really good so far. They've not yet passed the ball.
No, and I don't know about you. I was just about to say that's the 25-yard line. I want to see a deep pass.
I do too. Ball snapped. It's another rush from Berta.
Ooh.
And Berta escapes the tackle and then some down at the 15-yard line.
Great footwork to just absolutely split the defense and go right up the middle, getting them the first down and about 5 more, yeah?
That's right. And just like that, they're in the red zone, Jadon.
Man, in the red zone, they've run 6 run plays already?
That's right. It's been the Berta and Davis show here so far in the first quarter.
That last fake was... They faked out a couple defenders right there.
See the top two receivers on the top. You see one of them moving, and this is a fake rush there, and we'll only get about a few there. Michigan City was ready for that run. It was a fake.
Defense just swallows them up, and once you stop moving, you're down.
That is correct. So, take a look at Michigan City looking like they want to try to get a stop here and make sure that Valpo does not get that early lead.
Yeah, and I mean, with such an imposing offensive line, you'd think that they take advantage of that a little bit more. Get some passes in here early, but I guess not. You keep seeing them run.
It's a 2nd down and 9 here. It's
Fake
Clark,
handoff.
and Clark this time he's going to take matters into his own legs, and we'll get the first down and goal here.
Wow.
Inside the 5-yard line.
Jukes out 2 defenders right there, back to back. Just absolutely making him pay for that little bit of. They're getting accustomed to that fake, and they just weren't expecting him to actually run it.
Yeah, now you see Clark is running now, and if I'm Michigan City, you got 3 people who are running all over you. You got to figure out something here. I know it's still early in the first, but do not let Valparaiso do what they do best and rush the ball.
Yeah.
Ball snapped. It's a run with Davis, and he's in the end zone for a Valparaiso touchdown.
Absolutely no defense right up the middle, and he just waltzes right through.
His 4th touchdown of the year and his first touchdown since the Andrean game where he scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do against the guy? This is actually his 5th touchdown of the year, having won last game against LaPorte as well and 3 against Penn.
Interesting.
Or Andrean, excuse me.
That's right.
They're going to go for the punt here. Kickoff. Not kickoff.
So this is for the extra point.
Yeah, the PAT.
And this one is good. 7-0 in a matter of just a little under 6 minutes.
Remind me what the word is. I actually cannot think of it.
The extra point?
Well, yeah, but I feel that there's definitely another word, yeah?
Point after touchdown? Yeah.
Goal. Yeah, that's what I couldn't think of it, man.
Well, extra point is after the touchdown usually, and then the field goal is 3.
Yeah. But it's interchangeable.
So Valparaiso moving down the ball pretty darn good so far here. And all they've had to do is just rush it.
Yeah. We can see their defensive line. Some of their players, Sammy Ampliotis, you got to see for a little bit, which is actually our defensive player to look out for. We didn't get to mention that in the pregame, but yeah, he's our defensive player to look out for. Imposing, he's such a lanky guy, and he just brings them down so easily. And averaging a lot of tackles this season, and he had 10 in their first game against Penn, and only 3 against Andrean. But hey, man, stuff happens.
That's right, as Valparaiso will be ready to kick this ball off to the Wolves, as they will have their first possession of the game here, led by Bush.
Sounds so sad when you said Bush.
Nah, I'm just very concentrated in this game.
Oh, yeah. It's a good game. Hopefully it's going to be a good game. Valpo taking the lead early on, 7-0.
After that Davis rush there.
Oh, yeah. How much time we got there, Ethan?
We have 6 minutes and 12 seconds out. Like I said, it was a little under a 6-minute drive. But regardless, Valpo on the board first. So now, Michigan City will have their opportunity. A great punt, by the way, as he catches this one and finds the opening there up the middle.
Ooh.
And will only get to around the 28, maybe the 29-yard line. So, Bush in the offense here.
Almost.
7 touchdowns and 3 interceptions of the season.
Oh, yeah. And he almost breaks through the line.
You mean you thought maybe he would escape there for a second, but nope. He just was able to escape all those tackles and get a little bit more yardage there.
Yeah, I did think that, but you can't always be right.
That is right. So, alongside Bush is the running back, Jaden Hart. Not to confuse anyone, Jaden with an E, not an O.
Yeah, not me. Don't worry, guys.
Ball is snapped, but there's a flag on the play. It was before the play, so it looks like it will be on Michigan City, and it's a false start.
Oh, rough way to start your offensive drive.
That's right. And Jaden, just to let you know, it is only a 5-yard penalty.
All right. Listen, I know I made some mistakes last week.
It's all good, man. So now at a 1st down and 15 here coming up. Bush in the offense looking to get back at Valpo after their run.
Yeah.
See the ref getting in the way there. Probably has to move the ball a little bit. There you go.
Yeah. I mean,
you got it right.
Yeah, like you said, Bush top 5 in passing this year.
That is right. And Bush is a senior in his 4th year, looking like he wants to do something for Michigan City in his last year. Ball snapped. He's looking. Escapes the pressure. Is this the pass? And it is.
Ooh.
No good.
Bullet pass dropped by the receiver.
By Collins.
Collins, yeah.
Intended
you
receiver.
mentioned him.
So Collins, as we said, he's the wide receiver 2 for the Wolves. Wide receiver 1 is Benjamin Martin, who has 6 receptions of the season and 142 yards.
Man. This is a pretty packed game. We got a lot of very talented players, especially offensively.
Exactly. You got an offensive powerhouse. You know, on one end, you got the passing game. The other one, you got the rushing game. It's like, which one do you think is really going to pull out here?
Man, you know what? I think it's going to be running, but I guess we'll have to find out.
Ball snap. There's the fake there. And this pass is caught. And there he is right now. That's Jaden Hart. And Hart gets tripped up at the 30-yard line.
Wow, what a tackle by Ben Fedorchak. Both of them really put the burners on, but
and
wow, Jaden
Hart doing something else here. That was a 50-plus yard receiving play right there, but still a 1st down just like that and already in Valparaiso territory.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I was wrong about the run game winning.
As soon as he said that,
ball
snapped. It's to Hart, and Hart leaps over defenders. You see that? That was pretty cool.
Jumping over defenders and teammates to get them about 5 yards.
That is right. Hey, you got to fight for all those yards there, and we've seen Hart already with an impressive play of 50-plus yards.
Yeah, wow. Just gets them up the field.
So we see some more substitutions in for the Valpo defense. Valpo looking to try to get a stop here and make sure that that guy, Jaden Hart, does not get warmed up anymore. Or Tyler Bush. Ball snapped to Bush. He's looking. This is the pass. It's overthrown, but it could be, close. Looks like the defender for Valparaiso was close. Sammy Ampliotis almost with the interception there.
Man, and I believe that would have been Sammy Ampliotis' first interception, but not the first for Valpo, as last game, against Andrean, they did have an interception with Jacob Moore.
Did they have
Tice Morris had an interception in game 1, yeah.
In the pen.
Yeah, against Penn.
That is right.
The quarterback, he realized he was getting a ton of pressure put on him instantly. They definitely rushed. But unfortunately, it didn't work out for Valpo, but they almost got an interception.
They have to snap the ball quick. Play clock is down, and a flag is thrown, and looks like it's against Michigan City for their 2nd penalty of the game, another false start.
Oh, wow. Very rough start. And a very false start, as we're going to go back about 5 yards here, like you said. Don't worry, I didn't forget it for the couple minutes.
So it's a 3rd down and 12 here, and although it's still early in the game, it feels like you still need to convert here to keep up with the Vikings.
Yeah, if you let the Vikings go, they will run away with this game.
That is true. We've seen that so many times. Here's Bush
looking.
This is the pass down, and this one is caught at the 5-yard line.
Caught by number 17, Collins, like you mentioned earlier, getting another big play for that quarterback here tonight.
That's Collins in his first reception of the night here thus far.
Yeah, we saw that drop pass earlier, but he made up for it right there, getting them about 15 yards, yeah.
And it's first and goal at the 5-yard line.
This is their chance to get back that score that they let up.
That is right. And as we see Tyler Bush in the offense in the red zone at the 5-yard line, it's another rush. Here it is. And Hart gets stopped. It only gets about a yard or so.
Brought down weird. Thankfully, nothing went wrong, but that was definitely a little sandwich.
Yeah, it did definitely look like that as we see some players pointing this way. It might have been a fumble, according to some. And it is a fumble recovered by the Vikings.
Fumble in the end zone. He was definitely brought down weird. I do not blame him. I probably would have dropped that ball too.
Not in the end zone, but close to the end zone for sure. Regardless, first down, Valpariso.
Did I say in the end zone? I meant in the red zone. I'm sorry.
And that was their first defensive play, crazy play of the day thus far.
Although this is great for Valpo, they have to make sure that they do not get sacked here, because if they do, they could most likely get safetied, and that is not what they want right now.
So already 2 penalties for 10 yards and a turnover for Michigan City. You thought things were looking good after the play, but it's not, though. And here's a rush with Davis, and Davis doesn't get much there.
Brought down early on. He's only going to get about a yard here, bringing them up to about the 6-yard line on their own side of the field.
2nd and 8 coming up here. We're now officially under the 4-minute mark here in the first quarter of action. And Valpo looking to capitalize and try to get another score here. But they are 94 yards away from their own goal.
Oh, yeah.
Ball
They're gonna have
snapped.
to make some big plays.
It's another rush from Davis. And Davis gets about a yard or so, if not right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down.
Thankfully for Valpo, they called him down earlier because he would have been brought down in the end zone if that wasn't the case.
Yeah. So this is a 3rd down here. You obviously want to try to get the first down here so then when you punt it, they're not at mid-center field and have great field position when the Wolves get it here again. We know they can definitely pass it for sure. And we saw an impressive play from Collins and Jadon Hart.
I was just about to say, we might want to, Valpo definitely wants to break out a pass here.
See 1 receiver on the top of your screen, 3 on the bottom.
Yeah, 3.
Ball snap. This is the first pass of the game for Clark. Clark escapes the pressure. He's still looking. He's going to launch this one, and this one is no good. But a flag and possibly a defensive pass interference.
Michigan City's celebrating, but we're not sure what the call is yet.
Or it might have been an offensive, as we see a lot of the Michigan City, see a lot of the players pointing in their direction here. So it is an offensive pass interference.
Yeah. Wow.
But regardless, though, still not a good sign here for Valparaiso, as even then that pass would have been underthrown.
Yeah, just a little bit, but yeah, even just a little bit makes a huge difference that far away. And they're going to bring out the special teams here for Valpo as they're going to try and get that ball away from their goal.
So here we go. This is Michigan. This will be Michigan City's 2nd possession of the game here, and they will have great field position as they're lined up at the Valpo 45-yard line, waiting for the punt. So we see some more Valpo players being subbed in here. Got to make sure you get there before the play clock ends.
Yeah, I saw Mr. Coach get pretty upset.
Here's that kick. It's a solid punt. And it takes a Wolves bounce and is down around the 41-yard line. Or, sorry, excuse me, the 36-yard line. So, here come the Wolf offense once again.
Yeah, and being already over the 40 on your side is not what you want to see as Valpo. I mean, this is just an unfavorable situation. It ended off with a fumble reception.
Yeah. But still, we know the Wolves can definitely pass, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a deep pass here for this game.
That's absolutely what they're hoping for, and if I was them, that's what I'd be hoping for too. Again, like you said, their quarterback is extremely talented, and we've seen it twice already tonight.
Yeah, Tyler Bush is definitely one of the more smarter passers of the game here around the region as the ball is snapped. And this is a rush with Jadon Hart, and Hart will get about 2 yards there, maybe 3.
Again, more really good footwork. We see that from all the running backs in this game. There's not a single, below average running back in this game.
Right.
That's definitely exciting because me personally, I love the run game, but, you know.
I mean, I'm more of the passing type, but with those long rushes, though, and if it wins you games, I really, I like the rush game, too, as long as it works out for the team. And for a team like Valpariso, it definitely works out in their favor with a great offensive line and great running backs, including Justin Clark. Yeah. So the ball is snapped. Ooh. He's looking. This is the pass, and it's completed.
Short little pass, getting about 5 yards.
I'd say about 3 there, and it's a 3rd down still.
All right.
So, yes, it is a 3rd down and 5 here.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. If they can't convert on this, then they're definitely going to have to punt it.
Or they can just go for the 3 points.
Yeah, I was just about to say they could go for the field goal, yeah. They're not too far away that would be outlandish.
Not at all. They only got 5 yards to convert here. 90 seconds left here in the first quarter of action. Looks like all that defense, but this is the pass, and it is swatted down. Yep. Great Valparaiso defense.
Great defense by Tyler Verschure out there showing his talent off. I mean, we saw a lot of Tyler Verschure last year, but haven't heard his name too much this year, but I'm excited to see that he's back on the field.
That is right. And last year, like you just said, he did very impressive. We saw a lot of clutch plays. We saw another one here just now in 2023.
In 2023. Not just 2022, fellas. As we see Michigan City lining up again.
And this will be the 4th down conversion, the first 4th down conversion of the game. There's a fake little snap there, but there's the flag. And we'll see what the call is. It's most likely on Michigan City, and it is. Another false start there.
Another one. Wow.
That's the 3rd of the game.
Yeah, that's the 3rd one of the game for Michigan. And, wow. You gotta control yourself. You can't.
Yeah, I mean, you really gotta. When it comes to a situation like this where you gotta get the ball down the field, you can't let anticipation get to you. You really just have to take a deep breath and get back on there on the field, and do what you do best.
Yeah.
So now it's a 4th down and 10 here. Bush looking. He's gonna launch this one deep. And this one is no good.
Ooh, dropped. And again, great defense by Tyler Verschure and Ty Veen. Ty Veen, one of the best players for Valpo on that defensive end. I believe last year he led their team in tackles per game. And also, he is great at getting those tackles for loss. He already has 3.5 this season alone.
When Bush released that ball to the receiver, there was 3 Vikings over them. And there was no way that he was going to be able to catch it with all those Vikings right there. Like I said, they're very smart when it comes to defense. And tonight already showing it, as that was Michigan City's 2nd turnover of the game here.
Another whistle by the ref. Just had to move the ball a little bit.
As we see Valpo with the 3rd possession of the game for them, up 7-0 with 1:17 left here in the first quarter of action.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe we're not even out of the first quarter yet. This has been a very slow game, to say the least, but I'm enjoying every second of it.
That is true, as we see Clark and the offense line up. 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom. It's Clark with a handoff fake, and this one is to Davis. Ooh. And Davis looked like he was close to a 1st down, and looks like they're going to give it to him.
Davis just ate that attempted tackle up by Jahari Branch. He tried to truck him, didn't work very well, but you know what? He did not go down.
He did not for sure. Shows the fighter in him for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So already at mid-center field on the 2nd play of this possession. Ball snapped. It's another run up the middle. Spins out of that one. And here goes Davis. Davis found the opening and is still on his feet out at the 26-yard line.
Wow, from the 48 or 46 all the way up until the 25 roughly, spins out of that tackle and just proves that yet again he is one of the best running backs in the entire DAC.
That is true.
Getting about, 30, 40 yards? Wow. He's going to get subbed for Thomas Berta here. They want to get Berta some more minutes.
That is true. We saw that play once again. The spin, everything breaking out of multiple tackles.
Oh, yeah. That's what Davis does, though.
Davis is
Davis
truly
breaks
the
out of him.
warrior.
Oh, yeah. Davis breaks out of him, and Berta just runs through him. He pulls
And
him
another
up.
flag here. It was before the play, so we'll see what it is.
Yeah, you can see some of the Valpo players already saying false start.
And it's encroachment against Michigan City. So first down and 5.
So basically 4 false starts, pretty much.
Yeah, that's the 4th penalty of this game here for Michigan City. And we're not even out of the first quarter yet. And another flag. It's the flag game.
It's the flag game, yeah. We're playing capture the flag here tonight, boys.
Let's see this one. And this time, the criminal is the Vikings.
All right. Well, 5th one of the game, 4th for Michigan City.
And just like that, it's like nothing ever happened, really. It's a first down and 10 once again. Kind of ironic, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of reminiscent of our first game last year. Remember the Laporte Slicers in Valpo?
Yeah.
That was definitely a penalty-filled game.
That was the first penalty on Valpo the whole night here thus far.
Yeah, finally we're going to get to see the official call from the ref.
Seems like the ref says we're good to go.
Yep. Ref cleared us.
So
And
once again, it's a first down and 10 here with 1:02 left here in the first quarter of action.
Valpo
So we
finally-
see Valpo lining up here. 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top of your screen here. As we see here, the ball is snapped. It was a low snap, though. And the
Ooh.
Michigan City Wolves will get to him.
QB rush. That is just not how you want to go out, as Deion Smith gets the sack there, the first one for him tonight.
And the first one of the whole game for either side.
Excuse me, I think that might have been Adrian Holly.
Oh, that's his 4th sack of the year then.
Wow.
Going into this game, he had 3 sacks. He was leading the whole team. Now he has 4.
Yeah, I read 89, or 88 is 89. That was my bad.
So, 2nd and 14 as the clock continues to wind down. The play clock is too. They got to hurry up before they call a false start here. Ball snapped very quickly here. Clark looking. This is
Deep.
the pass. And it is caught! Touchdown Vikings!
In the end zone. Oh, wait. Did he? Oh, he dropped it.
Oh.
That would have been Andrew Alcorn's first touchdown of the year, I believe.
That was Alcorn's first target of the game here. And so, yeah, 11.1 seconds left here. Apologies there. That happens from time to time.
Yeah, just ends up dropping it in the end zone.
Very close. Looked like that Bears playoff game from 2 years ago when that receiver dropped it.
Man,
Sorry, Bears fans.
This man has all the references, I'll tell you what. Finally getting to the snap.
So this will most likely be the final play of the quarter. He's going to launch it. This is another one. This one is caught this time by Bradney.
Yeah, I was just
And that
gonna say.
will end the first quarter of action as the time ticks down to 0. So 7-0 in this very interesting game here.
Now we are going to throw it to Riley here in just a moment as Scotty Bradney gets his 9th reception of the season. Getting, it was about 15 yards, right? All right, now we are finally going to cut to Riley.
You guys tell me when go. I am here at Valparaiso High School for their game against Michigan City. The crowd is hyped. The score is 7 Valpo, 0 Michigan City, and we're just here for a great game at the end of the first quarter. I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, Riley. And we're definitely in for a very interesting game here. It's 7-0 as the second quarter begins here momentarily. And Jadon, what a crazy first quarter.
What a crazy first quarter. No crazy runs or super far plays. We have seen a couple. Well, we saw that 50-yard pass play earlier, but nothing like what we saw in their last home game. Valpo is definitely trying to get their first home win of the season, like you mentioned earlier.
That is true. And we've seen a lot of passes more on that possession. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a lot more passes by Clark there. And, you know, like we say, we don't really see a whole lot of Clark deep passes, but when we do, they usually nail it, and that's what makes me think they got to do it more.
2 of his 3 passes this entire game were on that run. It's just not something that you see very often. Valpo is going to be shifting sides now, so Valpo is on the right side. That sea of green, like I mentioned last game, and Michigan City is on the left side of your screen.
That is right. So, here's the second quarter of action here. If you're just joining us, Valpo has a score underneath their belt. It's 7-0, and they're already in the red zone.
Oh, yeah. 20 to go. Well, 17, but
Here it is.
almost another false start there.
Another encroachment right there. And see Clark up to his lineman right there, and there's the timeout.
Yep, calling timeout. They were trying to bait them into encroachment.
That is
and they
true.
almost did it. They almost did it twice.
So that's the first timeout of the game here.
Yeah.
And I think we need to talk a little bit more about that first quarter. What an interesting way to start out this game. You know, obviously we have the Davis touchdown, but other than that, really, no other score. It's 7-0, and this game is so much closer than we thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's much closer than last home game. I mean, that's not true, actually. It was pretty close up until the third quarter, and then it just seemed like Valpo just kind of gave up.
It's closer than it was last year thus far, as it was
Yeah.
35-14 for the final score of last year. Also, Jaden, since nothing else is going on as of right now with the timeout, Jaden, I'm going to let you know this fun fact here real quick.
All right.
Michigan City is currently on an 8-game losing streak to the Vikings. They've
Wow.
not won since the 2014 season.
That is actually a very fun fact.
Very.
All right, well, then Valpo is looking for more than just a win on the record. They're looking to keep up their reputation against this team.
Also hoping for a Crown Point loss here tonight as they go up against Munster. Munster lost to Hobart last week, 49-21. I was there for that game.
I was going to say, I'm sure you're happy about that, you bricky.
That is right.
You see Travis Davis and Justin Clark calling another timeout.
Another timeout. And
Waste?
it's going to be for Michigan City this time.
Oh, I thought that was another Valpo. I wasn't fully paying attention to the game. We were having a conversation.
That is true. So as I mentioned earlier, we took a look at we looked at the standings, right? Maryville and Crown Point last week was supposed to be the game of the year. 39-6 was the final score for Crown Point, led by Noah Ehrlich.
Right, and those two are definitely the powerhouses of the DAC, and it just did not go how anyone was planning, honestly. I mean, it's not that either side was favored heavily, but, I mean, no one was expecting a 39-6 game.
And we got a score around the league presented by yours truly, Portage and Maryville. 0-0 in quarter number 2.
Wow. This is actually, I was hoping for a little bit of score update from yours truly. I was about to mention it to you. As we see finally the players lining back up again. Timeout kind of felt like a petty timeout, like they just did it to get back at Valpo for calling a timeout. As we see Valpo lining up with about 2 yards to go before they can get this first down. That overwhelming O-line for Valpo, just getting ready to hopefully stop that defense.
That's the only thing you can really wish for at this point. You know, Michigan City looking to get a stop here. Valparaiso looking to get another score here. But it is a crucial 4th down and 2 here.
Berta and Davis on your screen right now.
And here we go. And here's the ball snapped. It's a rush up the middle with Davis. And Davis is close, but I believe he got it for the first down.
Oh, yeah. He definitely got that up past the first down line as they are officially within 16 yards of that goal. And I don't know about you, but I'm looking for another Valpo touchdown here.
I am too. And, you know, particularly, you know, a passing touchdown would be nice here.
Yeah. We need to see more passing from Valpo. I mean, they have such incredible wide receivers, and their quarterback has an arm. Like I mentioned, 230 yards in 8 catches, and now he made that about 250 in 9.
And that's just him, you know, rushing the ball more. Imagine if he was more of a pass-dominant QB.
Yeah.
Talking about records here. And speaking of the running, here comes Clark up the middle, and Clark will get about 4, maybe 5 there.
Yeah, they are going to move the line up to the 13, it looks like.
Chesterton is still winless at an 0-3 record. 2 weeks ago, they had a game which it ended at 8-6.
Oh, man.
Very ugly score for football.
Yeah.
And it was determined by a safety and then 4 field goals combined.
Wow.
Definitely one of the weirdest things you'll ever hear.
Wow. A safety and field goal only victory.
Yeah, 8-6. You really don't hear that score a lot.
No. Wasn't there a Colts game last year that kind of ended like that?
I don't know if it was 8-6 though. As here's a rush with Clark, and Clark gets spun down, but it's still third down here.
Now, I have a question for you, Ethan. Are you able to pull someone down by their jersey?
For the most part, yeah, you
Okay.
can. But
But you can't hold them by their jersey as a
yeah,
lineman? Okay.
especially if they're getting, passed to, or, even like, yeah, especially when they're getting passed to, if you interfere,
Yeah,
then that's
pass-
obviously
yeah,
pass
Pass
interference.
interference. Okay. I was just making it looked like they brought him down by his jersey, but
Yeah, since he was rushing it, no big deal. Now, if they were to grab his helmet or grab his,
Yeah,
that's
that's
face
face mask,
mask
yeah.
and first down automatically.
oh yeah.
So in the red zone here on the 11-yard line, 10 minutes over.
Oh,
And this one is almost intercepted
short
through the
pass.
fingers.
Short pass almost intercepted by, you know what, it's, that would have been his third interception of the year on Gary Mitchell. Not his third interception by Gary Mitchell, but his third of the year, and Gary Mitchell was the one who almost caught it. A really short pass. You don't really see short passes like that out of Justin Clark. I mean,
I know.
He's a deep pass or he's a runner.
Exactly. He took the words out of my mouth. Exactly. This is a 4th down and 6 as they're going to go for the field goal here.
Oh, yeah. Let's get some more points on the board for Valparaiso.
And the kick is a high one, and this one hits. Oh, it doinked, but it's still good.
It doinked, but it's still good by Caden Wilcox, getting what I believe is the first field goal for Valpo this season.
Yeah. So just like that, it is 10-0 with 10:02 left here in the second quarter. So Jadon, 3 possessions, and already 2 scores.
Yeah. 2 scores already for Valparaiso.
Michigan City looking to score on this possession
need
here
to.
as they're still scoreless here. But we've seen glimpses of this team,
Yeah.
so they got to score here. They got to do something.
We have seen big plays, but we have just not seen big finishes.
That is true.
I would say it's necessary for them to score here. They don't want to end out the half being scoreless against a team that already has 10 points.
Exactly. And, I mean, last week they left LaPorte scoreless 49-0 game. So
Right. So, I mean, if you don't score against Valpo in the first half, you might not score at all.
that is true. As you said in week 1, this team is a second-half team. Unless they're already blowing them out in the first half.
Oh, yeah. Then they're a full-game team.
Alrighty, so Michigan City is up once again. Bush in the offense, looking to score here. And even though it's still a 10-0 game here, and still way early in the second quarter, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So here is the
Elijah
kick.
Collins and Derek Coleman, I believe that is. I couldn't read his number from here. Yes, those are the 2 players ready to receive for the Michigan City.
And for Valpo here, after that 3-point score here, all that's on their mind is preventing Bush and Collins, especially Collins and Jaden Hart. They've been doing the most here. We haven't heard a lot from Martin here on the
Straight to
night.
Collins.
Right to Collins. And he's
And
going to be called down for
Yeah, he
the
was in the end zone.
touchback.
Yep. When he caught that ball, he was in the end zone.
His heel was right there, and the ref caught it. He said, nope.
And he
20,
said, nope,
right?
no.
20-yard line. You're getting that touchback. So, Bush in the offense, I guess even Hart too, you can say, because Jaden Hart has made a lot of plays here tonight that has moved the team down the field, but unfortunately for Michigan City, nothing. They've got nothing here.
Nothing. We're going to see a lot of notable names from Valpo's defense out there tonight. Tice Morris being one of them.
And Tyler
Ooh.
Verschure making
Oh,
2 impressive clutch plays there.
Oh, yeah. Once this play's over, I do want to talk about Tice Morris a little bit because he was a phenomenon last year.
He sure was. And here is the first snap of the possession here. And this one, he's all the way back, further down the line of scrimmage, and all the way back.
A loss of 10 yards. It is now 2nd and 20 for this Michigan City Wolves team. Tice Morris, I believe it was either Tice Morris or it was Tyrus Morris. Last year against Maryville for Valpo, they had 3 interceptions. That's
Wow.
And I believe 2 of them were in one quarter. They were in the fourth quarter.
That is a crazy stat right there, but that was
That's-
only a 6-yard loss right there.
Only 6. Wow.
You know, once they're down after a little bit, they just call it,
Yeah.
really. Otherwise, that play could probably go on forever. Ball snapped,
Short throw.
pass is caught, going out of bounds.
They're going to get them almost back up to the original line of scrimmage. I believe he might be about a yard behind.
But we have a flag on here on the play.
I was just about to say that, yeah.
We'll see who it's against here.
Is it because they ran into the...
Let's see what the call is. Still has the flag in his hand there.
Yeah, he's still holding it. As they set the ball up. Oh, it was against Michigan City as they are moving the ball up. 15 yards.
No, that is against Valpo, really.
Oh, my apologies.
It's okay. I've had a couple screw-ups
mixed
here
up the
too.
colors, yeah.
All good, man. All good. So now, they're starting now at the 35-yard line.
I'm curious as to what that penalty was.
So here it is. Here's a run from Hart. And Hart had an opening there for a second, but only gets a yard there.
Swallowed up by that Valpo defense, by that sea of green.
That is
what
right.
They can do.
You love to say that line, do
Oh,
you?
yeah.
The sea of green. And,
That's iconic.
It is. As you know, we talk about the fans as well, as they are also part of the sea of green.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the fans, yeah, they're all showing their support dressed as Patriots. Red, white, and blue all over them to support Veterans Night.
So that was a rush for 2 right there. So we approach the 8 minutes and 30-second mark here in the second quarter. Got a receiver on the bottom of the screen and one on the top. Ball snapped there. Looking. This is a long pass. He's wide open, and it is caught! Caught by Martin in his first catch of the night.
Wow.
And we finally see some action from him. You know, like I said, he leads the whole team in receiving yards and doing what he does best.
Yeah, I mean, he put the burners on and just blew by Valpo's defense. I mean, what else can you do at that point? They were able to bring him down, thankfully for their sanity.
Yeah, he was a little bit of busted coverage right there, as he obviously had the one up against the Valpo defender. So, first down here at the 30. Here's Hart, and Hart found some opening there. Will only get it about 5 yards there at the 25-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Nice even number.
By
Just
even
write
you
that
mean
on, yeah.
by even you mean odd, right?
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Fives count as evens. You know that.
Well, no.
Really?
Not really.
You don't put it on an even or a multiple of 5 when you're turning up the radio or when you're turning up your broadcast by PC3 Media?
Yeah,
You know-
but you don't think of even numbers, odd numbers?
Oh, for sure, but 5s don't count. They count as even numbers.
No, whatever.
All right, we'll
So
fight.
here
We'll fight on this forever.
Ball snapped. Speaking of 5, here he is right now, and this pass is caught for the touchdown.
Caught, and an impressive touchdown by Jadon Hart, one of the players that you mentioned earlier, running back, just booking it out into the end zone and getting a touchdown.
Yeah, they completely let him go there, and Jadon Hart with his first touchdown of the game and the first touchdown for the Wolves.
Oh, yeah, Michigan City showing that they are not out of this game yet, getting their first score of the game, and they're going for the extra point attempt.
And for Tyler Bush, that's his 8th passing touchdown of the season.
And, what, his 3rd or 4th?
Oh, that was a interesting kick. Almost looked like it was tipped, but regardless, still good. So now it's 10-7 now.
10-7. This is a game.
This is definitely a game for sure. I'm very excited how this game will end here. But we are still far away from the end of it here.
Oh, yeah, we have not even hit halftime yet, folks.
We're not even midway through the second quarter. Remember, the Penn game kind of flew for us.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember. But this game, it's
You know what? It's
been
because
slower.
we started earlier than we thought we were going to.
That is
everything
true
was
also.
chaotic.
The stream began around midway through the first quarter of action of that game.
You can see the Valpo players huddled up talking to Coach Marshall.
Yeah, if you're Valpo defense, you cannot let Jadon Hart do that to you. You know, he was pretty much almost looked like, well, the defender did his job. He was right there with Jadon Hart, but Hart obviously got the ball, caught it down, brought it with him, and got them the score.
Oh, yeah, as we see Austin McKenzie, who we saw a lot out of in Game 1. Austin McKenzie and his name is spacing me right now. Stokes, Julian Stokes. Wow,
Julian Stokes. He's also another
he's their
gem there, I'd
he's
say.
their wide receiver too.
That is true.
Also very impressive stats from him.
As you see the Valpo fans pretty much excited there. This is a good punt there. as it's caught there.
Berta.
And here comes
Ooh.
Bradney, or Berta, and down around mid-center field.
Breaking some ankles, stiff arming some defenders, and he gets up to the 48-yard line. That's a great position to start for this Valpo offense.
That is true. 52 yards to the end zone here, as their offense will come back out here on the field after scoring the 3 points.
Absolutely, as we're going to see Travis Davis out there.
And that is at the 46-yard line.
Only three receivers, and Travis Davis. So you know what's going to happen here, don't you?
I think so. If not, Justin Clark will gladly rush it here for 10-plus yards.
Oh, yeah.
But as for Michigan City, they got a score now, and now the momentum has shifted a little bit here. Ball snapped. It's a fake handoff. There it goes. And Davis will get pushed out of bounds, but will get a gain of 5 there.
Lateral pass. We've seen that. This is the second time they've done that now, and I think that's the second time I've ever seen Valpo do that play.
Yeah.
But it's worked out both times.
It really has, Clark is a very smart QB at the end of the day, He's not the best passer, but he definitely, he's one of the best rushers in the entire region, as a QB standpoint. He definitely knows what he's doing, and so does Valparaiso as a whole.
He has very good game sense.
Here's the pass.
Ooh,
it's tipped up. Still caught by the receiver, but nothing. Nothing comes out of that one.
As you can see, Coach Marshall, very upset with how that play turned out. That tipped pass, luckily, they got to keep the ball, and it was not an interception.
So, yeah, that is right, but they actually do get a gain of 2 yards there. It's 3rd down and 3. 6 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Damari Gordon checking in as a wide receiver.
Here's the rush here from Davis.
My.
And Davis breaks out of that tackle, breaks out another one. And there goes Davis!
He is gone, getting them to the 21-yard line on Michigan City's side. Just breaks some ankles right there, and that's exactly what we love to see about Davis.
And for Valparaiso, another first down there from Davis, and we're seeing Davis really doing something here to the Wolves' defense.
Yeah, I mean, with an average of around 6 per run, a lot of those times you're getting really short, and then a lot of those times they're also getting very long runs, and we definitely see that a lot from Chucks.
We sure do. And Davis in the backfield, ball snapped. That's another rush with Davis.
And he's brought down. Yeah, brought down around the line of scrimmage.
So, yeah, once again, we talk about Valpo, we talk about Michigan City. Both these teams, both good offensively. Valpo just a bit better on the defensive side of things, but Michigan City, I got to say, has still been keeping up with them for the most part.
Yeah, they've also definitely cut back on the penalties. We haven't seen one in about
since
6 minutes,
the first quarter.
Since the first
They've
quarter.
not had a penalty since the first quarter, which is good for them as they have 4 in total and 2 turnovers.
They're going to start right at the 20-yard line.
Ball snapped. Here's to Davis. Davis up the middle. And Davis still continuing to go through the D-line like it's nothing.
Cutting up to the middle. Going to get them up to the 15-yard line. And they have about 3 yards more to go before they get officially within that red zone area. I mean, they're still in there, but they need to get this first down right now.
Yeah, and and this feels like a very crucial 3rd down for some reason.
Yeah.
Even though you're still up by 3 and you're close to your own end zone, I mean, this game is definitely far from over. And Michigan City, with just any momentum, could just come back here as we see a rush from Davis, and Davis will get them close to the first down marker.
Yeah, get them within about 2, but if I'm Valpo, I'm risking it. They're on the other side of the field.
Let's see what it is. It is a first down.
Wow, okay. First down, they're going to be within about 12 yards of that end zone.
That is right, and that will be another first down for Valparaiso here as we continue to see this team move down the field, rushing, passing, anything. Ball snapped. It's Davis, and Davis up the middle again. This time doesn't get as much yards, but a good amount of yards to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, moving up the field is moving up the field. But looks like they called a flag. Yeah, yellow flag on the play.
see what this is. We'll see what the call is on here.
You see them
First flag we've
discussing.
seen in a little bit here. And the last one was against Valpariso, who has 2 penalties on him right now.
Yeah, and that Valpo one was a huge momentum changer. They moved up about 25 yards because of that. Still
Personal foul
personal
here
foul.
against Michigan City. And that will move Valpo even closer to the red zone.
What's that? Is that a 5-yard gain?
Ooh, that looking like, yes.
Yeah, it's going to be about
5 yard.
They are officially within 5 yards of that end zone.
And that automatically puts them within the 10-yard line here. And I'm sensing a rush here from either Davis or Clark.
We're definitely going to see a rush here from the
As
2 of the legendary trio.
As the ref calls the play.
Finally going to get to see some action here. Hopefully Coach Marshall calling that play as Valpo lines up to most likely run this ball into the end zone.
You still got your 2 receivers on the top of your screen. One on the bottom here. As this ball is snapped, this is Davis. And Davis just short of the end zone.
He's going to get them about 2 yards. And you know what? I think I want to go for the trick play and maybe get a pass here if I'm Valpo. But you never know. I mean, Valpo is a little unpredictable. I mean, sometimes they just pull these crazy plays out of nowhere.
3.5 minutes left here in the second quarter of action, and this game definitely relies on momentum.
That is absolutely true.
And right now it is in Valparaiso's hands right now. And remember, they get the ball to start out the second half. So it's a rush here for Davis for the touchdown, and another Valparaiso touchdown.
As Valpo just gets their second touchdown of the game and their third score of the game, Travis Davis getting yet another touchdown.
That is correct. And I believe, like you said, that the 5th was earlier, so now this is his 6th of the year.
6th touchdown of the year, and they've all been rushing touchdowns. But we all knew that.
Yeah.
Finally lining up to kick here. Going for the extra point attempt is Drayden Wilcox again. He is 1 for 1 so far on the night.
And Wilcox, this is the kick. And this one is good. So, 17-7 here with 3:10 left here. We got a score update presented by yours truly. Chesterton 17-3 against LaPorte. And Chesterton actually putting up points here.
Yeah, finally. Wasn't that score 0-0 earlier?
Yeah.
Wow. In just one quarter, it became 3-17. Wow, okay.
That is
speaking of
right.
17 now, 17-7 right here in Valpo.
Yeah, still a close game on both sides here.
Michigan City finally got their first score of the game, only for it to be taken right back by Valpo. And for Valpo, both teams only have 2 timeouts. I don't see Valpo calling one. I see Penn maybe calling, or excuse me, not Penn. Michigan City maybe calling 2, trying to get that little bit more time on the clock, because regardless of what they do, Valpo gets the ball at the start of the second half.
That is true here, and especially if you're Michigan City, your goal is to score here and score here quickly, and to make sure Valpo does not have any momentum. You got to make sure that they do not rush all over you, but they've already have done that here tonight.
They definitely need a quick score. That is crucial for them right now.
As you said earlier, Davis with the 2 rushing touchdowns here, and very impressive here thus far.
Yeah, Drayden Wilcox lining up for the punt. We just saw him kick a field goal or an extra point attempt.
Alrighty, here we go. Michigan City will get the ball here once again.
The kickoff.
And the kickoff.
It's too many kick names.
And here it is. This is caught by Collins. And Collins had the one last time too. Collins. Oh, look at Collins. Crazy run there. And we'll get down around the 31.
Flying through. He couldn't have stopped even if he wanted to. He turned the Jets on.
He sure did. And last time when he got the ball, he didn't get as much yards, but that time he made up for it. And solid field position here to start out.
Yeah, this is a pretty decent area to start. It isn't great like what the Valpo team have been getting a couple of times, but it is definitely not the worst that you could be. You could be starting at the 20. Thankfully, they didn't get that touchback, and they will be starting at the 33 here.
So on the 33-yard line here, they got 3 minutes and 4 seconds left here of the second quarter. Try to get another score here. Ball snapped, and here's Hart, and Hart tripped behind the line of scrimmage and a loss of yards.
Yeah, that's a quick run for Jadon Hart, like you were just saying. Senior running back, and this is his year to really prove that he is him, that he can handle the load of an RB1. And he's doing a really great job of that right now, and he's also playing sort of like a tight end role, catching that touchdown earlier.
That is right. So here it is. Got 3 receivers on the bottom of your screen. You got 2 on the top here, as they will begin on a 2nd down and 12. He's looking. Pass is completed, but not for anything. If anything, he only got back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down here.
Puts the pressure on, and Kyron Hart will get that pass. I wonder if there's a little bit of relation there between Jadon Hart and Kyron Hart.
So you see the fans here are very excited about the lead that they have right now as we approach 2 minutes here.
Also,
and a 3rd down and 9.
Little notable fact, Kyron is a freshman. Yeah, we're going to get that halftime score update brought to you by Blythe Sports. And, yeah, they're going to bring you the scores of the region because they cover the region.
Here's
for
the
your
pass.
sporting good
It's
news.
caught by Hart down the sideline. Jadon Hart continuing to make clutch play after clutch play. What a play from Jadon Hart, and Bush with the great awareness there.
Oh, yeah, Bush being one of the best quarterbacks in the entire DAC right now, making a great pass and getting them way far up the field. As they're going to be starting at the 41-yard line towards Valpo's end zone.
You know, it's been Hart and then Davis, Hart, Davis, Hart, Davis. It's just been back and forth here, and who knows, maybe Hart will get another touchdown here underneath his belt. But regardless, it's still 1st down and 10 at the 41. As we approach the end of the 2nd quarter, ball snapped, got swarmed there. Here's the pass. It is caught!
Caught. Wow, caught by Elijah Collins, proving yet again that he is a reliable wide receiver.
Collins, he's definitely been something else here. I also want to bring this up, too. When he has ran the ball, he's only ran it 2 times, but he has 93 yards and a touchdown.
Wow,
Not to mention he has 7 receptions, 124 yards, and a touchdown here going into this game. But definitely should have over 150 by now.
Yeah, I mean, wow.
So just like that, already in the red zone as time is ticking. But you don't want to give up with too much time to get the ball back here, as they could even score and make it even more. Here's Hart. Ooh. And Hart only gets a couple there. But regardless, 2nd down and goal.
Breaking ankles, but finally gets brought down by Sammy Ampliotis and Ty Veen, 2 of the most notable players on Valpo's defensive end. I mean, what else can you say? There's so many powerhouses for Valpo's defense.
Alrighty here, 2nd down and 3. And this is a rush with Hart. And Hart!
No.
Did he get it? They're saying he is just short there.
Yeah.
3rd down.
3rd and inches, it looks like. They really need this score.
They really do, as they call a timeout here to stop the time and stop, the play. So, real quick, Maryville is up 3-0 against Portage in the 2nd quarter. Maryville not really doing as impressive as, we thought going into this year.
Right. I mean, Maryville got smoked by Crown Point, and now they're barely winning against Portage, who, like you mentioned earlier, is 0-3 this season.
That is true.
They're not off to a hot start, and believe me, I know we have a lot of Portage football guys in our AM class.
We sure do. And, for a team like Maryville as well, and they were one of Valpo's losses last year, one of the 3 losses last year, something feels off in Maryville,
Yeah.
You don't just score 6 against Crown Point and still call yourself 2nd in the whole dueling.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a poor outing, but...
Alrighty, 45.8 seconds left here. A crucial 3rd down here at the 2-yard line. Bush is looking. This pass is no good. 4th down.
4th and inches.
And now all of a sudden, it's 40.4 seconds left here and a 4th down at the 2-yard line. So, Jadon, I think this is a no-brainer, but you got to go for that touchdown.
Oh, yeah. You can't punt this.
They did run down the time at least, so they won't give Valpo too much time with the ball here. But even then, it wouldn't matter as they would get the ball to start out the 2nd half here. So here it is. A big 4th down play. And Bush is stopped. Jammed right there.
Brought down by Ty Veen and, of course, by Andrew Alcorn.
What a play there. He said, no thank you. And just like that, turnover on downs, and the 3rd turnover for the Michigan City Wolves.
35 seconds here as Valpo's going to receive the ball. On that turnover on downs, like you just mentioned, they're going to start on the 3-yard line of their own end zone.
And Valpariso's defense also taking control of this game here. Call it the BAM factor here.
Call it the BAM factor, absolutely.
That is right.
Valpo.
I think that should be the new term here.
The new term? Mm-hmm. You know, I know you pointed it out earlier that Justin Clark and Hart have the same, or not Hart, excuse me, the quarterback for Michigan City, they have the same number. But also, their starting running backs are number 9. They're both number 9.
Interesting.
Hart and that's very interesting in my opinion.
For sure, as the time will tick down, 7 seconds left. And that was the first half of action. What an exciting first half, to say the least, especially for the Valpariso Vikings. Many defensive stops, 2 touchdowns by Davis, and a field goal for the cherry on top.
Oh, yeah, and we are going to eventually cut to a little halftime interview, but before that, we are going to give you some halftime score updates, which, of course, are brought to you by Blythe Sports, our sponsor. They're going to bring you the scores of the region because they cover the region for your sporting good needs.
That is beautifully said, Jadon.
And with that being said, what an exciting first half. I mean,
it really was an exciting first half. You know, obviously we talked about Jaden Hart, Travis Davis. It's been a duel between those two, but in so many different ways, though. Jaden Hart, he is the starting running back, but he has been getting all these catches, has a touchdown catch already,
right.
And then Davis with his 2 rushing touchdowns. You know, when you look at that perspective, they're both good running backs, but in different types of ways. One the receiving, the other one the running back on the ground. 17-7, as just said, as we approach halftime here, and we'll get a little halftime interview in just a moment.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're about to watch the Vikettes do a little bit of a dance for us on the on center field. But yeah, like you were saying, I mean, that score would have put them within 4 points of Valpo without the extra point attempt. And that would have been a great way to start off the half. And if they could have started off the half like that, and then... Okay. All right, well, we are going to get off the air and allow you to enjoy the Vikette stands. Thank you so much.
Hello and welcome back here to the second quarter of action. We got a very interesting game here, 17-7, as the game in the third quarter about to commence here. Jadon, this has been something else here. You know, even though Valpo is up by 10, this game feels so much closer, you know what I mean? But it's been Valpo that's been pulling away here.
I mean, Michigan City basically had it in the palm of their hand, but you know what? They kind of let it go when they let Valpo score yet again, bringing them back within 10 points rather than within 3, which they were. Valpo, I want to see more passing, and I know I say that all the time, but we got to get some more passing in there.
As we take a look at the Valpo fans, the young ones look very excited here right now. They're looking right at the camera and very hyped here, you know what I mean? And that's what football's all about, you know, getting all excited. It's all fun, but right now though the players they're competing for something else here, and that is for the Doolin Conference.
Oh yeah, an intense conversation here between Coach Marshall and his players, and Valpo's starting out with the ball here, right? Or
yes.
It looks like his defense is going out. Yeah, Tyson Morris. Yeah, I see Tyveen, Sammy Ampliotis. Looks like defense is going out. So Michigan City will take the ball here to start off, it looks like.
Yeah, so correction from earlier, it will be Michigan City that will be receiving the ball here, not Valpo. So once again here, as the third quarter comes closer to us, we start to bring up about how can Michigan City get back here in this game.
You know what I want to know? I want to know some score updates around the league from yours truly.
Well, then you came to the right place. 15-0 Crown Point against Lake Central. Crown Point putting up another beatdown against the team.
Impressive performance, really.
Makes you kind of wonder how the Crown Point Valparaiso game will go this time around, as Crown Point took the dub last year. Will Valpo take the dub? But for right now, though, it's the second half against Michigan City, as they'll try to get back in this game here.
Yeah. As finally Drayden Wilcox kicks off.
And the second half is underway here. As it's completed here, as he catches it. They will get to him here at around the 23-yard line.
Tiff between the players. Tyveen holding off his teammate, Ben Fedorchuk, who looked like he was getting pretty heated against one of them.
You know, and it's going to get heated here. It's a very crucial game for both teams, both 2-1, looking to move up. They want Crown Point to lose, but Crown Point continuing to do what they do best by destroying teams.
Also,
and
yeah, for sure. Also, a little fun fact, Valpo has 125 points on this season, and they've only been scored against for 56 points, excluding tonight.
Which would now, I guess, make it 63.
Yeah.
But here's Michigan City with the first possession of the half here.
We're going to see that very important quarterback, Tyler Bush.
Here's the snap here, and it was a nice rush up here.
He's going to get him about 6 to 7, and they're going to get him to the 31-yard line.
Very impressive rush there, as, you know, he went the other way. It was the sweep. But regardless, gets a good amount of yards there.
Yeah, great run from Derek Coleman. And can we talk about that? Derek Coleman just sounds like a name that would be somebody from the NFL. Like, that just sounds like an NFL name. Same with Justin Clark, in my opinion. But,
Justin Clark, yes.
Guess we'll see what happens in that category. As I believe this is his last season.
Second play of the drive. And this time he's going absolutely nowhere.
Brought down for, is that a TFL?
See, I believe he got a little bit over the line of scrimmage, but regardless, still a third down here and short.
Yeah. That tackle will be made by Tyveen and Sammy Ampliotis. Running from the other side of the field to get that tackle. Finally. Ben Fortichek, I believe, not Sammy Ampliotis.
So here we go. 3rd down and 3 here. They got to get that first down here if they want to stay in the game with Valpo. Here we go. 3rd down and 3. Bush looking.
Oh.
Bush will get escaping, but he's not going to get anything.
Almost pulls through it as, wow. Well, Michigan is 4th and about 3. I feel like with what we've seen, nope, I was just about to say I think they might try and convert, but they're going to pull out the special teams and punt this ball away.
I wouldn't go for it quite yet. You still got
Yeah.
10 minutes and 10 seconds now in the third quarter. I definitely wouldn't go for it because
Oh,
if you
yeah.
fail to convert, might as well call another easy touchdown for Valparaiso as they've been scoring pretty easy here in the night.
Tyler
Here
Versher.
is the punt.
Tyler Versher and Austin McKenzie ready to receive.
We saw
Bad.
a lot from McKenzie there. This is a nice arch here. Fair catch. Oh, it's touched the ball. Oh, wow.
That could have been very
And
bad
that
for
could
Valpo.
oh, for sure. You know,
Wow.
bobbled nearly a turnover there, but fortunately for Valpo, they were aware of that immediately.
Tice Morris saving that play for Valpo and making sure that Michigan City did not get an easy touchdown, as finally they take possession at around the 26, 27 yard
27-yard
line.
line.
27.
So here we go. Valpo's first possession of the second half, third quarter,
Gonna see
as
him-
we will see if Valpo can try to pull away here.
Again, that super imposing offensive line that just protects Justin Clark as best as he can. I mean, I think this is the first time he's been sacked all season.
There's a high snap, but here comes
Fake.
Clark. Clark, here he goes. Got the opening, and there he goes. He's got clear field ahead of him. And you can kiss him goodbye for another Valparaiso touchdown.
Justin Clark with the almost 80-yard touchdown. Unbelievable. The fake is enough to completely confuse the defense, and he just blows right past them.
He
turning
said,
the burners on.
I'll smell you later, as that is another touchdown for Valparaiso. And just like that, 23-7 with the extra point coming up.
Oh, yeah. Putting this game almost beyond reach. If they make this extra point attempt, it will make it 28-7.
What a play for Valparaiso and Justin Clark with the 60-plus rushing touchdown there.
70-plus.
Yes. Either way, a great touchdown rush there, and it's good. 24-7 with 9:31 left here, Jadon. What a rush from the one and only Clark.
Yeah, the one and only Clark, and he's a force to be reckoned with, especially
Oh,
when
he
you let him
definitely
cook.
is. He turned on his inner Lamar Jackson
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Houdini. As they
Houdini,
say.
he disappeared. He went from one side of the field to the other in just a couple of seconds.
And what made that play so special was because obviously when he snapped the ball, he obviously went to the right of the field. But as soon as that Wolf defender was there, he was able to shake him off. And as soon as that happened, he's faster than those defenders. So he
Oh,
was
yeah.
gone. He had field in front of him the entire way there. And no one could stop that man. And as
field.
they say, Mama, there go that man.
For real. And as I say, not a sea of green, but, a plain of green.
So that is the third rushing touchdown for the Valparaiso Vikings here in the game. And the first touchdown of the second half here. And now it's 24-7. And Michigan City, all of a sudden down by 17 now, are now urgent of a big play here.
It went from being down 10 to being within 3 and all the way back to being down 17 now, as this Michigan City team is definitely struggling. Drayden Wilcox getting a lot of kicks here tonight. 2 successful extra point attempts, or 3, excuse me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
He's been really doing something else here for the team, giving him the 3 extra points and then the field goal. He's going to definitely feel it tomorrow, though.
Oh, yeah. That leg
And
will
here's
be sore.
another one as Michigan City, it's your turn to try to get a score here. It'll
Deep
take a
kick.
Valpo bounce. Oh, lost it there for a second, but he still got it back. He stepped out of bounds right there, so it won't even matter within the 20-yard line. So, Jadon, Michigan City, what do you got to do here?
I mean, let's be blunt. You got to score, man.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
what do you think you'll take? A
They
master class from Jaden Hart? Is it going to take Tyler Bush to get another touchdown here as he has 8 of the season and 1 here tonight?
It's definitely going to take Tyler Bush. They need to exploit Valpo's, I wouldn't say weak, but weaker.
Secondary.
Yeah, secondary defense.
Oh, yeah. And Collins, we've seen a lot of glimpses from Collins here tonight. He's not yet scored. But as mentioned earlier, he has a 1 receiving and 1 rushing touchdown of the season. He wants to get another one here tonight against Valparaiso on veteran night. Ball snapped. He's looking. He has a man wide open. And it is caught! And right down at mid-center field.
Quick catch by DeAndre Collier and an even quicker tackle by Jacob Moore, somebody that I mentioned earlier. He has been a powerhouse, like we mentioned, for Valpo's defense, and it looks like...
See the whistle there?
Whistle by the refs here. They're holding the ball at about the 50-yard line. You see a couple of substitutions here as...
and they will put it down right at the 50-yard line. Maybe the ref was like, are you sure it was down here? He said yes.
Again, great pass by Bush. I mean, that's exactly what he needed to do here to get this team within range, I guess.
And great awareness from the QB. We've seen that so much time and time again from Bush, you know. So this is right to Hart, and Hart broke out of that tackle, but it won't matter as he's behind the line of scrimmage.
Short pass gets the Valpo defense and Sammy Ampliotis yet another tackle for loss. His sleeves and mask are very, I think they're copyrighted. They might be copyrighted.
We've seen multiple tackles for loss here tonight, and especially mostly in the second quarter and now here in the third quarter. Alrighty, here we go. 2nd down and 11 here. 8:30 left. And what has been a very interesting game. However, though, Valpo is slowly but surely pulling away. Here's Bush. This is caught to Hart. And Hart, this time, got more yardage, but still not enough, and he's midway to the first down marker.
He's gonna
Third
get
down.
About 7 there. Make it a 3rd and 5. 3rd and 6.
We got a quick score update presented by yours truly. Maryville up now 10-0 against Portage as Maryville scored another touchdown in the second quarter.
I'm going to have to hear all about that game on Monday with all those Portage guys.
That is true. They're going to be like, you know, whatever.
And you know what? I kind of hope there's a comeback for their sake. They can.
Oh, yeah, and that would help out Valparaiso, too. All right, look at that. Right to the quarterback. It's going to be overthrown out of bounds. But, yeah, that play caught me off guard as we saw the Valpo D-line and, well, the Wolves O-line, first off, was non-existent there.
No, it really wasn't.
Second of all, you know, the D-line has been very on point, especially in the second quarter and then now. They want to get to that QB, Bush, because they saw when you give Bush enough time, he's able to make 30-yard plays, 40-yard plays with Hart, with Collins, with Martin at one point. You know, we haven't seen a lot from Martin here tonight. We've seen about a reception or 2 here.
He is their not-so-secret weapon, if you know what I mean.
That is true. So this is a 4th down and 6 here with 7:47 left here.
Is he the kicker?
In the third quarter.
Oh,
yes, this is a punt to McKenzie, who has done impressive. This is a fake. Look at that fake in. Ooh!
Brought down.
Look at that. That's looking like smothered chicken right there. For the people at home that don't understand what smothered chicken means, I usually say the line when someone gets tackled very hard. You know what I'm saying? When they get that good little hit right there. That is smothered chicken for you. And it's free on a Friday night.
Free on 42-yard line as the Vikings pick it up as the Michigan City Wolves turn it over on downs.
And are you ready for this? That's their 6th turnover of the game.
6th turnover of the game, and what?
They got about the same points as turnovers tonight. Crazy.
You can't be hating, Ethan.
I mean, hey, I'm not the one turning it over though. All right, first down here, 42-yard line.
Fake run.
Clark looking. He's gonna throw this one. This one is bobbled up, but no good there.
Barely dropped.
Intended receiver, that was to Keegan Begley. We haven't seen a lot from Begley here tonight, but he could definitely be a key factor, especially if the receivers like Bradney and Stokes, continue to be double-teamed.
That's very true, because as a tight end, his job is to get that ball when nobody else is open. They will be picking this back up at 2nd and 10, though.
Alrighty, this is a 2nd down and 10 here, as Jadon just said. It's a rush with Davis, and Davis, found the opening, gets the stiff arm, lost the football, and recovered by the Wolves.
Wow.
How crazy is this? His first fumble of the season comes in a very, even though the game's 24/7, not an ideal thing to do here. He was tackled pretty hard there, but
Yeah.
regardless, lost the ball.
As he's going out of bounds, he's tackled really hard, and the defensive end, Adrian Holly, picks up that fumble, and it just becomes Michigan's ball again. Do you think they can turn this around, Ethan?
Well, you know what? With how, first off, great play defensively. Davis's first fumble of the season there.
Yeah,
And,
I haven't seen him fumble ever, but
Right. Second off, obviously, great field position. What more can you ask for? All that sequence went down pretty good for the Wolves. That's what the Wolves needed, and their momentum has really changed here. But here's the
Flag,
flag,
that's
and
gonna
is it gonna be? It was before the
it's gonna
play,
be
and
false start, I
it
believe.
will be.
See
what it is.
If it is, that
Looking
would
like
be
it could be a
Yep.
false start, and it is. All right, 7. Well, not 7 now, but they have now up to 4 penalties.
Yeah.
4 of the game.
false start again for Michigan City.
That's where all the penalties have came from. It's all just been false start, false start, false
That's the
start.
4th or the 5th one for them.
That was the 4th there, and I was about to say
Fifth in
7th
total.
turnover, but not a turnover. Obviously, just a little penalty right there.
Wide receiver switching onto the other side of the field.
So now 1st and long here for the Wolves. 3 on the top of your screen, 1 on the bottom. Ball snapped. Another flag
Ooh.
is thrown. We'll see what the call is here. But this pass intended for Collins is overthrown to Casper. But we're going to see what the call was here, as it was during the play.
Casper is getting a lot of play time.
Really is.
This week and the first week, I'll tell you that much.
See what the ref's call is here. And very chilly night, by the way.
Yeah, you said you were running hot just a little bit ago. What happened?
Oh,
What happened? What happened?
It got a little more chilly here in the
Starting
yeah.
first and first and very long.
So Jaden, there's your 5th penalty of the game. Well, for the Wolves.
yeah, I mean that is not what you want to see, but at least they did slow down the penalties throughout
Well,
the game.
that's their second. Well, I don't know about slowing down. Well, especially now on this possession, that's 2 straight penalties there.
Yeah. Well, they slowed down for a quarter.
Yeah, that is true. First down, and now 20. First down in forever here.
Bush.
Can he get him out of this thing? Pass is caught to Hart, and Hart about 3 yards short of the first down marker.
There were 3 receivers in that line, and I mean, not necessarily a receiver, but you know what I mean. There were 3 people ready to catch that ball, and that catch is going to get them way farther up the field. 2nd and about 3.
This is now a 2nd down and 4, as we're under 7 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. But this game has felt like it's went on for a long time. But hey, let's go with me as we have 4 receivers on the bottom of your screen, none on the top here. Ball snapped. Here's
Fake run.
Here come the Valpo defense.
Breaks
Are they
the
going to get
sack.
to him? They do. 3rd down.
Breaks the sack initially, but due to him still being behind the line of scrimmage, it still happens.
Yeah, he
That's
escaped
how the
from the
cookie
first,
crumbles.
and that other one was like, I got him.
Don't
Making
worry, buddy.
the team effort play right there.
Don't worry, buddy. He has your back, and that's something that Valpo is very proud of, and that is having each other's backs.
A loss of 4 on the play, and it's 3rd down and 8 here.
Very rough showing for Michigan City on this drive.
But hey, what we saw from that one little pass there to
Yeah.
Hart,
Got
it's
them
definitely
about-
possible for them to get out of here.
That got them about 15 yards.
Here we go. Crucial 3rd down. Here's the pass. It is
Wow.
still caught! Are you kidding me?
Caught over Tice Morris. That's going to be a huge catch and maybe a momentum shifter by Kyron Hart. He's a little baby.
What a play
On his
there.
head.
And what did I say? The Wolves are definitely able to get themselves out of this predicament. And they just showed it there as they're now at the 15-yard line. What a grab and what a throw. Really, what a throw. Bush has done a lot of really nice throws here tonight.
Yeah. That's what we expected from him coming
So here's
in.
Bush once again. They're getting to him.
Putting
Looking
the
like he wants to
pressure.
escape.
Ooh.
And gets pushed right out of bounds.
Breaks the tackle by Ty Veen. Somehow still standing. Ty Veen is an imposing force, but he's still standing after just trucking a hit from him.
He really is, isn't he?
He was
we
not-
talked about him so much when it comes to the defense, and we've seen Valpo's defense done a lot of good here. A couple hiccups, what we just saw, that is, that little 30-plus yard catch right there.
I will say he was not destined to be smothered chicken.
He was not. And good thing. All
Destiny
right.
was in his favor.
Got the receiver on the top 3 on the bottom here. As we've seen Bush. And
More
again, Bush
pressure.
is getting more pressure. This is to the end zone. And overthrown.
Overthrown
Intended
receiver. Look at
for
that
Collins.
at the same time. Collins.
Wow. Perfect.
We're in sync tonight. Finally, it is third down, 3rd and 11 it looks like for Michigan City.
4:51 left here in the third quarter.
It's crucial that they score here so that they have enough time in this quarter and then the next to actually bring this game back, as it's 24-7 right now, correct?
Yes, this is a very crucial third down here. Down 17, play clock winding down.
You guys need
Very
this.
important play. Here's Bush, once again getting smothered by the defense, but underthrown once again here, and miscommunication.
Almost, Tyler Verschure almost getting the very, very low interception.
You know, that was like the first underthrown pass by Bush here tonight.
It's
you know?
usually overthrown.
So that was a 4th down and 11 here, as this is a very crucial play. This could determine how the rest of the game here goes tonight. Or they could go for the 3, but I would not in this case here.
Yeah, but they're keeping their offense out.
Here we go.
They will
Viking
go for
fans
it.
getting loud, fans on their feet. Important 4th down play, 4:46 left here in the third
Putting the
quarter.
pressure.
Here's the pass, and it is
Dropped.
no good. Valpo ball.
Collins just barely drops the pass in the end zone. He was surrounded by 2 defenders, but he had a little bit of opening, but it's just very slightly underthrown. Jacob Moore on him right there.
Another underthrown pass here from the man Bush himself. And I can now say this, but they have as many turnovers as points now.
Yeah. With that being said, though, on a better note, Valpo takes the ball over, not great, I guess, but a better note regardless, at the 17-yard line. And
As they're up 17.
yeah, they just need to waste clock at this point.
Exactly, and we're going to see a lot. Well, I mean, if we haven't already, we've seen a lot of rushes. We're going to see even more here. Not really much change of direction here for the Viking offense. Still got your receiver on the top and one on the bottom. Still a rush here from Clark. Clark escaped the pressure there for a second, but still gets caught up in a pack of wolves there. And won't get much there. 2nd down and long.
Just gets swallowed up, and that's the downside to those short runs. I mean, sometimes you just don't get anything.
Yeah, that last throw there from Bush was again underthrown. And again, we talk about how he's been a very efficient passer, but those last couple plays say otherwise, and it's a very, like I said, a crucial time once again here. You know, if they fall tonight, they'll go down to 2-2, and while that's not the end of it, it's going to be very impossible to scratch your way back up here. Oh, look at that one. Right to Bradney. Bradney down the sideline and still gets a few there, but short of the 1st down marker. 3rd down and 5.
Radney will get that up to the 25-yard line, yeah. Very even number, 25. Oh, never mind.
There's your even number right there.
Never mind. He gets it up to the 22. I very misjudged that. Regardless, that's not something that you see very often, as Berta gets subbed out. Bradney sitting on the bottom of your screen, and Travis Davis taking over
Looking
for
at
Berta.
Coach Marshall right now. Are they cooking something? Let's find out here on this play. It might be just another rush. Here we go. 3rd down here. It is a rush.
Oh!
And it's to Davis. And Davis still on his feet. Down at around the 37-yard line.
Stiff-arming his own teammate. He said, "Get out of my way. I'm trying to put the Jets on."
He said, move. Get out the
He
way.
said move. Regardless, gets them great yardage. This is a great position now. They're sitting pretty at the 36-yard line after a great run play from Travis Davis. And we talk about that all the time. His field vision is just immaculate, and that is exactly why he is averaging 130 yards per game.
It is something else. You know what I'm saying? Travis Davis, just one of the 3-headed monster. You still got Clark that can do his own magic. And if,
As we
that,
saw
if that
earlier.
all doesn't work, let's learn Berta. Let's let him get some positive yardage there. It's another rush from Davis, and this time only gets about 2.
Yeah.
You got to calm down the beast a little bit there.
He's not moving the chains with that one, but he will be getting subbed out for Berta, it looks like.
That is
Yep,
right.
Berta looking for the tap. Excuse me. Travis Davis will be subbed for this play. Talking to Coach Marshall, and
As soon as this play is over, we're gonna get a. Actually, I think I can do it right now. We got a score update. 14-0 now. Chesterton against LaPorte in the third quarter.
and what about any other games you want to mention?
Maryville still 10-0 against Portage in the third quarter of action. Here's a play here.
Berta.
Berta gets good amount of yards, but there's multiple flags thrown here.
Yeah,
We'll
2
see
flags.
what the call is, but that was way after the play, so something must have happened by the players, or
That's
maybe the ref
usually-
just noticed
yeah.
something later there.
That's
But
usually
2
what you
flags were
see.
thrown there, so something obviously something big had to happen. As you see some wolves
Yeah.
pointing the other way.
It sounds like, well, it looks like it might be an unsportsmanlike conduct
As
call.
you see Begley run over to Marshall. Face mask.
Face mask.
Sounds about right. First down.
Yeah, Valpo will move up to around the 50-yard line, it looks like.
And an automatic first down.
Yeah.
So continuing to move these chains. This Valpo run game, can you really do anything about it here at this point if you're Michigan City?
They're getting, not really, honestly. I mean, it's 24 to
7?
7. All right. For some reason, I thought they scored.
I mean, we've seen glimpse of this defense do something. You know, the fumble by Travis Davis, which is something else. But ever since, you know, those are not good enough, though, to stop this team.
Oh.
Davis is still up. Look at Davis.
Just eating those hits and pushing, again, just like you said, pushing those chains up to the 40. I mean, he's not moving the chains yet, but he might. Up to the 40, or 38, excuse me.
35-yard line.
36. We were both wrong.
Well, you know what? One of us was close.
One of us, hey, man. That's not fair. Speaking, while we have this little lull, make sure to check out PC3 Media for any of our other content, daily newscast, daily podcast, and Friday show.
That is right. Here's another rush here from Davis,
Oof.
but he gets thrown down like a rag doll.
Yeah, brought down quickly by Caden Pierce.
We've seen Pierce do a couple clutch plays here. Haven't really seen that, the boom from him yet.
Yeah.
But Michigan City, you got to get an answer here. The clock continues to tick down. Before you know, that fourth quarter will come and go quickly. And if you're someone like Michigan City, you got to get something going. This is really the last grasp of air here at this
Yeah.
point.
Once you hit the fourth quarter, you have to realize you're not the Cardinals.
There's caught here.
Short
You
pass.
said the Cardinals?
Yeah. Who's the team that made a real crazy comeback against the Patriots? I believe it was.
The Patriots made the comeback against the Falcons. 28-3.
Oh,
It was
Falcons.
the Matt Ryan 28-3
Yeah, the Matt Ryan.
game.
That's what I'm thinking.
Before he did the 33
They
nothing
were
game
up 28-3.
as a Colt, but we do not talk about that here.
Yeah, we don't talk about that here.
A 33 nothing game against the Vikings. Yeah. Anyway, so underneath a minute left here of action.
Valpo
First
wants to
down
get a
and 10.
touchdown.
Ball snapped. Clark
Oh.
getting pressured. Escapes out of it, but still underneath,
He will.
under the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like he is going to lose about a yard.
But lucky for him, the time does stop here as he did run out of bounds.
That's true. It's very true. That could be crucial. They are still they're on the 30-yard line currently. This next play is going to be 2nd and 12, it looks like, as we see Travis Davis back in for Berta. Seeing a lot of wide receivers right now. 1 on the bottom, 2 on the top.
Yeah, you got Bradney on the top, Stokes also on the top, but here comes Bradney. Oh, look at Bradney. Oh, he
Oh.
slipped.
He slips.
It
The
was
pressure.
the jet
flag.
sweep there. Oh, there's a flag. Oh, we got a little scuffle here with 2 players. You don't see this often, but when you do,
52
Wow.
for the Vikings. DeAndre Pierce and one of the Michigan City Wolves like you just mentioned, got into a little bit of a tussle as
and
2 flags are thrown. I'm curious what they were for because the flags seemed to have been thrown before the fight began.
And it could be, oh no, that flag was thrown very high up
Yeah,
in
that
the
was
air.
very
I think it was just as, high up as we were here up in the,
Yeah, almost
in the
reached
booth.
skybox, yeah.
We'll see who it's against, though, as the flags are still out. The refs are still talking over here.
Very long pause. Thankfully, in this long pauses, we do get to watch some performances by the Vikettes. It's chilly, though. They got their sweatshirts on.
And a quick score update before they do the call. 40-20 Hobart against
Oh, my.
Kankakee Valley.
40-20. That's a high-scoring football game.
There was a pick 6 for Connor Stafford, but the point after attempt is no good, so 40-20.
All right, listen here, you bricky.
Well, you know what?
Can't be repping.
So we're going to see what this call is here as the refs are still talking it over.
Yeah, this is probably the most I've seen them talk this game. I mean,
right. In the meantime, how about that NFL game yesterday, Lions-Chiefs?
Tell me about it. Tell me about it, Ethan.
Lions won by 1, and Mahomes has
20-21. Yeah.
they have the Chiefs have Butterfingers as
Pick 6.
wide receivers.
Pick 6 to change the game.
Yeah. Kadarius Toney, the real MVP of that game.
That's a great season opener, though. I mean, the Lions are a very up-and-coming team right now with Jared Goff and a lot of young players.
Amon St. Brown, Jamar Gibbs. We saw a great game from David Montgomery.
David Montgomery had a great showing, yeah. And, I mean, the Chiefs they were holding on for dear life, but unfortunately
you got Butterfingers as receivers.
Yeah.
They're still talking about it still, and still coming up with something as we see.
I think they're trying to find out who started it.
Right. We have the chants from the Viking fans here screaming Valpo.
They want this call badly. They don't need it, but they want it.
Yeah.
You can't always give the people what they need.
Exactly.
Sacrifices must be made, as we learned in The Walking Dead.
All right. No, I'm kidding. Here's the call.
Finally, we get to see the call.
All right. It looks like this is going to offset, so nothing will happen here.
Wow.
As it was against, I know, for nothing, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's just kind of how it works here in football. You got to make sure you make the right call.
Every ref
And just a little lesson here by Mr. Locke himself. If two teams have penalties, it's an offset.
All right. Thank you, yours truly.
You're welcome. All right. So after that long talk, it's 2nd down and 12, 48.7 seconds left, and we're still not even in the 4th quarter here.
It's 3rd down and 12. As they suffered a TFL and then.
Yeah, the thing's still saying 2nd down for some reason, but they corrected it to 3rd down here.
All right, there we go.
All righty, here comes the offense as they're back here on the field after that long talk with the refs.
Finally get back into the action with a little bit of time here left in the 3rd quarter.
Bradney and Stokes on the bottom of your screen here. Looking like this could be a pass here.
Logan Prisnak.
And it will be a pass. Oh, it looks like he was going to launch it. Has all the time now. Now he can rush this if he wants to. He's going to pass this too. And this one is no good here.
Overthrown.
Pass intended to his fellow receiver. But we got a flag here on the play, and it looks like it could be holding.
Yeah, I mean, you get 2 receivers. You get Keegan Begley. You get Casper. Casper goes for the catch, but unfortunately,
Casper unfortunately doesn't give you points. Be nice though.
It would be. It would be nice. The pass is overthrown though by Justin Clark, and it looks like they are going to talk it over with Coach Marshall. And
it is holding, and it is against, so it still is 4th down, and nothing happens here. So 31 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
Keep the offensive teams out here on 4th down and very, very long.
I mean, you're up by 17, so nothing to be too afraid about here.
That's true. That's true. But you never want to get too arrogant.
Right.
You don't want to.
But Michigan City,
Cardinals, Patriots,
Falcons.
Jeez.
You don't want to pull a Matt Ryan here. All right, here we go.
Pull a Matt Ryan.
24-7. I know that very well.
Oh,
all right, there's a punt by Clark. Clark, the starting punter for this year. If Wilcox decides to do something else.
Yeah, maybe Wilcox wants an early retirement. You never know.
Or he wants to. Won't play receiver one time. Won't play quarterback.
I'll give someone else a chance.
Still a good punt, but realistically, that was a 20-yard punt right there because it was a touchback.
That's true. Luckily for the chain holders, they don't even have to move. They were already at 30-20, so they just get to stand there. As finally we get to see a little bit more Michigan City offense with the matching numbers, of course.
Of 5 and 9.
5 and 9, yeah. It's a theme, apparently. Those players are really
Yeah.
good.
Alrighty, we got 25 seconds left here. This could potentially be the last play of the quarter. Yes.
And
it's a rush
yeah.
with the quarterback, and doesn't get much there at all as Bush only gets 3 yards there on that play, and the time is going to tick down, and that's going to take us to the 4th quarter. What a third quarter by the Valpo defense, and especially with the Clark touchdown for the cherry on top.
We are going to go to an interview here in just a moment, but until then, yeah, I mean,
Let's
a great
recap.
performance. All right, now we are about to go to the interview right now.
We just came to the end of the third quarter. The score is 24 Valpo and 7 Michigan City, and the crowd is going wild. Travis Davis is having a great game, so back to the booth.
Thank you, Riley.
Thank you. Travis Scott is going sicko mode.
Yes, he's going off. But the real question is Mobamba or sicko mode.
Right.
Why not both?
Yeah, I mean.
And do you hear that? Hear that sound, Jadon? You hear that? I don't know if you hear that or not, but it sounds like a whole lot of bump, bump, bump.
Oh my gosh! Sounds like Sweet Caroline is coming.
I think it is Neil Diamond.
Always a fun part of the evening as we see. Always a fun part of the evening as we see Valpo's defense take the field.
There was a line that Jadon, you said last year.
Yeah.
You said the Valpo fan bump, bump, bump.
The crowd is bump, bump, bumping. I will tell you that much. Looks like
ref calls off that play there.
Yeah. Maybe they started a little bit early.
Neil Diamond once again stealing the show.
Neil Diamond. He's
what
such a thief.
He is.
Always taking the
this
show.
This was the Clark and Davis show, and he said, "I'll take the start of the 4th quarter for you guys." Well, it's already been a very impressive
trying to take
game.
our jobs.
I know, right? Get in line.
He's commentating.
So 24-7 here. Is this the first play of the 4th quarter? Ball snapped. Pass is completed to the running back. And there's a flag right there.
Yeah. There's going to be a flag as...
But that was right after the play, so something
looks
happened
like
afterwards.
Jacob Moore is limping a little bit as he gets up from tackling Jadon, like you mentioned. Curious as to what that flag was. I didn't see anything myself, but maybe there might have been a little bit of a miscommunication and they're thinking it's a face mask.
I don't know. We'll have to see. We see the refs talking here, and we'll see what the call is here. Take it away, ref. Alrighty. Offsets. Second down.
Okay, well
Well,
that's the second offset
second
in one
time,
game,
exactly.
in one quarter. It is the 4th quarter now, actually.
Yep. Only 11:54
Within a couple minutes.
here.
Within a couple minutes. 2nd and 10. Yeah. Nope, second and 7. Excuse me, yes. Again, we're in sync tonight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we got
much to
2
say.
receivers on the bottom of your screen there. You got Collins on the bottom. Got Martin on the top there of your screen with the 3 others.
Going for the pass.
And he's looking. This is a long pass, and this one is caught by Hart. And Jadon Hart, again, continuing to make clutch catch after clutch catch.
That's his
He is
second.
definitely the Christian McCaffrey of the team here.
Oh, yeah. His second reception within 2 plays, showing that, maybe he's not just a one-trick pony. Maybe he's not just a running back.
He is definitely a receiving back for sure. And
receiving back.
what a play by Hart. We've seen this so many times here tonight.
I think we call those tight ends.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Gets the first down and gets them just barely past the 50-yard line.
So here it is. First down at mid-center field at the 49-yard line. Ball snapped. After that impressive play, another long pass. This one's to Collins. And Collins, this one to the teammate Casper again.
to the right a little bit, and it was a little too late for the receiver to look right and even adjust himself a little bit. But, I mean, I'm looking at it, and everyone just looks whooped. Everyone looks tired.
Yeah, he was swarmed by Jacob Moore, and they were not going to let him catch that ball. So here it is, second down. This is pretty much the last dance for the Wolves.
The last dance.
As they want to try to get a score here, obviously, and obviously a touchdown, really, not really a field goal.
Short
Pressured
pass.
here. Pass is caught to Hart, and Hart will get spin down.
Jadon
But
Hart.
still, a third down and 5.
Yes. Jadon Hart getting down around the 48-yard line, 47. Oh,
And
it looks
again-
like they're going to call it 45, roughly.
And again, Jadon with an E, not with an O.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Yeah, I
still
saw
right here.
that play, the confusion right there.
Yeah.
You know,
Did not think he
I
got
didn't-
that many yards.
Yeah. So third down and 5 here. Very crucial third down that could determine the game, essentially. Third down
one
and
is
5.
open.
Escapes the pressure and gets caught from behind.
Barely gets past the line of scrimmage as Brady Blash makes the tackle, the defensive lineman. That's a difficult name. That's a tongue
Can you
twister.
pronounce that last name?
Brady Blash.
Brady Blash.
Brady Blash. Blash.
Brady Blash.
That's a hard name to pronounce.
Try saying that 5 times.
Yeah, Brady. I can't even
Yeah,
say it
I'm,
one
I'm
time.
not going to try it either. I already did. So, all right, the time ticking down. Very crucial fourth down play here that could determine the game here. And here we go. Fans on their feet. Fourth down play. Looked like some of the Valpo defenders stepped
Ooh,
over,
quick
but this
pass.
is a pass, and it is intercepted!
Tyler Versure.
For sure got his interception! And he's
Oh,
going to go
wow.
out of bounds at around the 38-yard line.
We saw so many interceptions from Tyler Versure last year, leading his team and showing that he has not lost his edge.
What a play for Versure. And, you know, he finally got the interception that he wanted.
Once that pass left Bush's hands, I think we all knew that was going right into Versure's arms.
Yeah, once
That's for
again,
sure.
another bad thrown by Bush, and all of a sudden, you know, Bush went from having an efficient game to now underthrown passes and now an interception.
I think
That is his 4th of the year.
he's just letting the pressure get to him tonight. And I mean, it's football. You just can't let that happen.
And again, it almost looked like he was going to escape the pressure, but
Almost.
did not. Here's the
Short
pass is caught here behind the line of scrimmage.
I
It
think
doesn't
he
get
just
much.
barely got to the line of scrimmage.
believe
That's going
so,
to be
too.
Carson Taylor, the junior wide receiver, getting that quick little short pass. And kind of, I mean, that's just another play that they don't get.
And again, you know, you talk about how Valparaiso has just been resilient here all throughout the entire night. We talk about how well this team has really been, you know, and you really called it. It's this team really is a second half team, and they really have shown it here as they've completely shut out the Wolves here. The Wolves have had no answers, and now with under 9 minutes left, it's safe to say here that Valparaiso has now put this game on ice here.
Quick run from Travis Davis. I want to see more of Berta tonight. I know we see him a little bit, but I like Berta.
I do too.
I like his style.
I do too. And, you know, he's really an impressive player here.
Coach talking to his players before they get out onto the field here. I'm seeing 4 receivers. They are risking it.
Yes,
Third and
third
10.
and 8 here.
Third and 8.
And here comes Clark. Clark
Up.
escapes the pressure. Here's the pass down the middle, and it is, let's see the call here.
They're going to call that
And he caught it
caught.
by Begley.
Bagley getting a crazy low pass. One of the best tight ends on this team. And honestly, I think personally, Justin Clark should have booked it. But
I think
I'm
so
not him.
too, but
And he's a great quarterback. I'm not gonna judge his decisions. It worked out.
it
So,
did work out. And you know what? That going back once again, you know, Clark definitely is one of the more smarter QBs
That's true.
of the league, or around the region at least. So, first down and 10, new first set of downs.
Ooh, poor snap.
To Bradney. Bradney has
Bradney.
this catch.
Oh!
And Bradney, just slips.
Still
He had-
gets the-
yeah, first down,
Still gets
but
the first down.
could have had so much more.
Yeah. He slips, but honestly, if I'm him, I'd rather slip than get sandwiched by a couple guys.
Yeah, those Wolves were ready for him, but
Oh, yeah. They
the
were
turf
hungry.
saved him right there.
As Valpo will continue at the 38-yard line, headed towards Michigan City's end zone.
And what a game this has really turned out to be. You know,
Two good pass plays back-to-back.
really just goes to show that Valpo is a really resilient team. You know,
That's true. I love to see the versatility as well from Valpo, getting a lot of these pass plays incorporated here. I think this might be the most pass plays they've ever had in a game. Valpo is a run-oriented team. They are a run-and-gun, stuck-to-the-ground defense team, and they're traditional. Let's just say that.
Yeah, so we take you back to the Maryville-Portage game, and according to some of the commentary over there, Maryville's D riddled with injuries, but still holding Portage to a 0 or a goose egg, as they say. Offense for Maryville, though, well, that's another story. Sloppy, according to one of the people here, according to the commentary.
Yeah, this sea of green looking over on their teammate and Hope as the refs are already rehydrating with some Gatorade, of course. Do you see Ava down there? Do you see Ava? Not Ava Geisha.
Yeah.
Ava from the Swinford's class last week. Speaking of Swinford, they moved my man. They moved my boy.
They did. He's no longer across anymore. I can't just go in there and out of nowhere. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And Swinford's not there anymore.
They moved
That's
him
kind of
away from
awkward
us.
now.
They moved Swinny away from us.
So Chesterton, let's see another score presented by yours truly. 21-0 now. Chesterton looking like they might get their first win of the season, and
Yeah.
Portage is down 10-0.
Yeah.
Meaning that
Portage,
they could be the next team to go down to 0-4.
They are not on very good track to beat that Maryville team.
They are not. And Maryville itself, and riddled with injuries, as mentioned earlier, Maryville's really got to get it together. I know they're beating them, but Maryville is a much better team than what they've been here in this year.
I mean, upsets always happen. Portage might just be playing crazy. And I will talk to Mark. Believe me, I'll talk to Mark on Monday. He'll show me some footage.
He better.
Justin Clark getting ready.
Here's
Run
the
by
snap
Berta.
in. Berta getting good amount of yardage. Once again, there's a push after the play here and steps over him, but nothing's called.
Wow.
Puts his hands up there. And now the Valpo fans do not like the no call there.
I'm more concerned about number 0 on Michigan City. Matt Hofer on Valpo tried to offer him a hand, but
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm referring to, really. I know you're down 24-7. You cannot be petty like that. You know what I mean? So 24-7 is the score here. Here is Davis, and Davis carrying the load with him for the first down.
Yep, that will get them the first down. A good run after good run. Berta getting them some good yardage.
And inching closer to the red zone here, as it's now down at around, I'd say the 24, I'd say 28-yard line. I don't know what the scoreboard over here is saying. Had 24 at one point here over here in Valparaiso.
Is that 21 now?
No, it was at 24, and it was 28, but it's at 24 for some reason here. And here's a run up the middle
Davis
once again. Davis, once again doing Davis things.
Pulling the pack along with them.
Ironic because they're the Wolf Pack, huh?
Yeah. Getting them about 4 yards. They're going to start at the 24-yard line.
When the Valpo fan, when they booed, that was it brought back the whole energy. I felt that.
Yeah,
I felt that
in my
personally. That was very passionate fan base here in Valparaiso. You do not want to mess with the sea of green here.
Yeah.
So Michigan City wanting to get another stop here as they were able to get Travis Davis to fumble here.
Ooh,
stepped over.
Yep,
Encroachment.
stepped over.
And the guy tumbles over
Yet again.
like a domino.
Encroachment on Michigan City. The 6th call of this for them.
Yes.
And because of that, he's getting subbed out. George Branch is taking over him. The injured George Branch running onto the field limping. And that's another penalty.
Yes. All right, here we go. Now it is 2nd down and 1 here, and they'll get the first down here as now they're in the red zone.
Berta, getting them that first down. And I hope they go for a pass there. I hope that they just get. Oh my gosh! Remember in the first game we saw that one-handed touchdown catch.
Yes.
Man, I want to see another one of them.
I know, I do too.
That was something to watch. If you want an entertaining game, please watch that.
We need another good touchdown here. You know, and not only to put them up by 24, but just to seal the game, as even though the game is pretty much over, let's get another touchdown there. Here's Davis up the middle. Davis found the opening and is close to the first down marker.
Brought down hard by Deion Smith. We heard his name earlier today. Number 4 runs off the field again. Yeah, I don't necessarily think he's in playing shape, so it's good to see him.
Yeah,
I think it looks like he's got a pulled hamstring.
Gotta take a seat there.
Yeah.
And the play is called off here. See what's going on and see
a lot of whistles.
One's getting 69 getting subbed out here.
Dion getting subbed out. You see yet another sub in. A lot of subs for.
D was on the field, but now he's D off the field.
Yeah. The D was on the field.
So now
77.
He subbed in
clocks in to work. Jelani clocks in.
So here we go. Pretty much, if they get a score here, the game's over. Second down and 2 here. Under 5 minutes left to go here in Michigan City. Looking to try to get another stop here.
Oh,
it's Davis. And Davis! Look at that!
Breaks through the traffic.
And for another Valparaiso touchdown.
Gets another touchdown. That puts them up by 24, like you just said.
He has 3 touchdowns of the evening.
This is his
and
second
7 overall.
Yeah, his second game of the season having 3 touchdowns.
That is
and
true.
I can't wait till the stats get released and we see how many yards he got, because it has to be a lot. As
it has to be
Wilcox,
over 100 at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Once again,
and
that would be his 3rd straight game with 100
That's not abnormal
yards.
for him, yeah.
Uh-oh. He jumped over another penalty. Saw that from a mile away, and they're going to move even closer.
Encroachment. Yet again. 7th call.
And if they're close enough, you think they maybe go for 2? And
I think you're within like
put
1
it in the
yard
coffin.
Now. You might as well go for 2.
I mean, if they're really close, I mean,
you're already up.
What are you fighting for at this
you're
point?
Up.
Yeah, but
you don't
30 to 37 though. They don't have Peyton Manning on their team. They ain't gonna come.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's going to be very impossible,
yeah,
and especially for Michigan City. You know, trying their best to try to get back here in this game, but Valpo's defense has been on a whole other level here tonight, especially in the last 3 weeks, including tonight. You know, only allowing 25 points combined, 18 against Andrain and 0 against LaPorte last week.
Looks they're still going to go for the kick, looks like. I was going to ask if the play clock was going, but it is not. I was going to say they're running out of time at that point. As we see Jadon Wilcox.
Wilcox has been doing some nice things here tonight. This is for his 4th in a row point after, and he does get that. Yes, sirree.
Field. Go ahead.
4 extra points after the field goal.
The field goal is good. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. This whole time I've just been trying to find Cinto.
I know, right? Where is he?
Oh, there he is. He's down right there in the bottom left.
Oh yeah. There he is. Yep. See him over there.
Yep. And his all-white fit, getting some picks for Justin Clark.
You know what a new year it's been. You know what I mean? It's not the same without some of the second years, but as we're second years, you know, not only are we cooler, but you know, I think we've taken control of PC3 Media
much cooler
for the better here. And you beautiful people at home have been witnessing Valpo doing something else here to the Wolves. 31-7. Last year was 35-14.
Just destroying them, mauling the Wolfpack, if you will, as they get ready to catch this ball.
Catch the ball here.
Derek Coleman and Elijah Collins in the backfield ready to receive, as Jadon Wilcox again will be the one kicking this off.
So
I
Collins,
used the proper term, Jennings.
So Collins has done very impressive things here tonight as well, but unfortunately here not led to any scores. Still only has his one receiving touchdown of the season. You know, Jadon Hart is pretty much done, you know, carrying the load for this team here. You know, Bush, you know, as the game has went on, we've seen a lot of regression from him here.
That's very true, yeah. You know what we haven't seen in all our time? We have not seen a kickoff reception touchdown.
We have not.
What if that's right now?
I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
So, this is caught by Collins himself, as just mentioned. Here comes Collins, and Collins, found an opening. But Collins will get at the 20-yard line, so about the same if he would have, you know, let the ball touch the end zone.
Pretty much, yeah. But it's the morale effect.
It is.
Yes, they will be starting at the 20-yard line. I think this is the point where you start subbing in some of the second string and third string players.
Yeah, don't risk an injury here, and that's what it looks like Valpo's doing right now.
I see a lot of
There's a couple of starters, yeah.
Yeah, I see Tyler Verschure.
You got Verschure, yes.
Ampliotis, Ty Veen,
TJ Watkins. Yeah, they got most of those starters out there. They really are. They really want to put the beat down on these Wolves here tonight.
They do not want to risk it.
Risk it for the biscuit. All right, here's Hart and Hart. Look at that. Oof. Whoa, nice hit right there.
Hit heavily, not smothered chicken, but he does go down.
I'd say steamed chicken.
Steamed. As he does go down at the 25-yard line.
So here we go. Second down and still 7. As the time continues to tick down here and we start to look at what Valpo, you know, looking into next week and their opponent, as they will get the win most likely here at a 31-7 with 4 minutes left here. This has been a very long game. It's the pass, and it's underthrown once again.
Almost
intended receiver for Martin. And Martin, we really haven't seen a lot of him here tonight. So Martin's holding on to his hand there.
Xander Corning looks like he landed a little bit weird, but he was the one who almost got that interception.
For the Wolves, you know, they will, if the score stands as the time continues to go down, not now as that was an incomplete pass, but for Michigan City, you know, at risk here at falling at 2-2 here, and not at a good time here for the Doolin, as that is a stacked conference. Ball snapped. Oh, there's another long pass. And this one is
foul.
There's a flag right there. 2 flags there, and it looks like, yep, called it right there.
The wide receiver kind of, he was pretty close up on Tice Morris, and yeah, that's most likely going to be the call.
Still 21-0 for Chesterton and Laporte. Laporte looking like they're going to fall down to 1-3, and Chesterton will get their first win. So that means 1-3 all across the board here in the Doolin area.
An instant first down as they pick up the ball at the 38-yard line towards Valpo's end zone.
So here we go. This is a first down and 10 coming up. 28-yard line. Well, 38-yard line. I don't understand why does the scoreboard say that? Here's a rush here from Collins, and Collins goes absolutely nowhere. Yeah. And they're saying now a fumble here, but it's saying that he's down. The ref's saying that he's down.
Great tackle.
That scoreboard is so wrong. It says 28. They're at the 38, making me confused.
Making you confused. Brady Blash getting yet another really good tackle.
Yes. Tackle for a loss there. Loss of 3 to be exact.
He brought the wheels out. He brought the Lightning McQueen. The Lightning McQueen wheels out.
It's been a long night here in Valparaiso.
I'm stumbling today.
As you see, all the Valpo fans, they are very excited. You got a couple weenies in the stand right there on your screen.
Couple glizzies.
Oh. So here it is, a third down and long here. Or second down and long.
Second, again, like you just said, second down and long. They're about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and they really need this play to work out. Derek Coleman, the running back for this play.
Time is ticking down. Under 3:15 left here in the game. As this ball is snapped.
Fake
He's
run.
looking. It's the pass, and it's completed to Martin. And Martin finally getting another catch here. He's only had one other catch here tonight, but Martin puts them in Viking territory.
Benjamin Martin getting a decent catch, getting them up a good amount of yards. That's
That is
pretty much all
right.
you need. I mean, at this point, you might as well just pad your stats. I mean,
Right. So now down at around the 44-yard line here.
as we see a couple subs here for Valpo, getting ready, hopefully getting some of them bench players some minutes.
So here it is. Bush looking.
Ooh,
And intercepted! His second of the day. And that will do it here.
Sammy Ampliotis coming up with the interception. First we saw Tyler Verschure, and now we see Sammy Ampliotis.
Ampliotis getting in the fun with Tyler Verschure.
He said, that looked fun. I want to try it too. He did.
It's a pick party here in the fourth quarter.
No pick sixes yet, but couple
Not yet.
picks. As we see Valpo take the ball back again. I don't think we'll see any timeouts, and I honestly don't even think they might just run the clock out at this point.
So 2:34 left here in the fourth quarter.
Got to pump it up, you know.
Gotta pump it up for sure.
As finally,
We hear the crowd
come to one.
stomping here underneath us here and up here in the booth.
very passionate crowd.
It's been
Always
a very
has been.
fun game for Valparaiso and redemption here
Oh,
at home. And here's a run here from Davis, and Davis gets about 6 yards there on the carry.
breaks a couple tackles, couple stiff arms, and he finally gets. That was Berta, actually. That looked like Davis to me too. It's
I know,
Berta.
right? Well, at this point, when you're up by this much, you got to say you're putting your second strings now.
Yeah, Berta deserves it too.
You know, last year, and again, you know, Berta definitely has RB1 potential. You know, we saw what he did last year
Yeah.
when Davis went down with the injury. So Berta is more than capable of doing impressive things for the Valpo offense here. Try to get him to step over the line. So here's a run here.
Oh.
This time it's Berta. Berta's.
Bring-
Look at that.
Just
Why don't you
taking.
just
Yeah.
carry the pack of wolves with him? Here, you guys want to come with? Come on, let's go.
He's taking the train and
Let's
he's
get-
taking it downtown.
Let's go on the horse.
Yeah, let's go on the invisible horse. He's taking his he's taking the train. He's making his way downtown. He's making his way to the end zone, and it's Valpo will continue to hold possession at the
43-yard line here.
43-yard
It's a first down, new fresh set of downs. Under 2 minutes left here. And as we look into next week here, as Valparaiso will become 3-1, and there's the kneel, and there's your game, Jadon. So Valparaiso improves to 3-1. Michigan City falls,
Yeah.
as just said, to 2-2.
Some of the players sharing respect. You know, some of the classic handshake hugs.
That's right.
How'd the games end up around the region, Ethan?
They're looking about the same as they were. We will get those scores here in just a minute, but in the meantime, what a game this was, and especially for Valparaiso. You know, Michigan City looked like they were in it, especially in the first quarter, first half, but since then that second half happened, and
Yep.
everything just kind of fell apart there for the Wolves as they had more turnovers than points.
Yeah.
That is something
That is
something else.
definitely, yeah. But Valpo does finally get their first home win of the season, locking them in as still one of the best contenders in the league as they go to 3-1.
Yes, and we'll have to catch up with the Crown Point game, but they were up by 15 last time we're checking. Valpo wanting Crown Point to lose here tonight so they can inch closer to get first place here in the Doolin Conference. Maryville up 17-7 against Portage right now as Portage finally scored, but then it was Dante Pope with the 30-yard rushing touchdown to put Maryville up by 10 here once again.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a ton of shared respect between these players.
You know, and even with all the scuffle, even all the fights here tonight, they still can owe up and say good game to the following opponents. So, Jadon, what's our player of the game?
Player of the game. All right, you got to think Travis Davis, Justin Clark, Thomas Berger, Sammy Ampliotis played
Right.
incredible.
Tyler Verschure with the interception, but I'm going to have to give this one to Travis Davis.
Yeah, he couldn't have ran less than 100 yards. He got 3 touchdowns on his own. You just can't beat it. He got 3 of their 4 touchdowns.
And although Clark did what he did, I got to say, Clark has really done, and especially, Clark with the long 60-yard rushing touchdown, he truly is, like I've said before, one of the smartest QBs out there. If he's not using his arm, he's using his legs. If he's not doing either of those things, he's directing the play calling. Then you got Travis Davis, Thomas Bird. That lineup right there is so stacked. And for teams like Michigan City and LaPorte and other teams that cannot seem to stop the run game for Valpo, really makes Valpo. It takes them apart from all the other teams here in the Doolin. They're all about passing, and yes, that's awesome, but Valpo is old school when it comes to that type of stuff. So here in a bit, we'll take you to Riley, talking to Coach Marshall in just a bit here.
Jennings, our favorite executive producer, making sure we get this interview set up properly. Sammy Ampliotis, we had the quarterback for... Can't think of the name.
Bush.
Michigan City ended up with 2 interceptions tonight, which is just not what you want to see. But also, Justin Clark had 2 interceptions in the first game.
Right. He had a touchdown and 2 interceptions, meaning that he's 8 touchdowns and 5 interceptions of the season now for Bush. However, I will say this about Michigan City. For the most part, they showed us that they can make some very impressive plays. And I think Michigan City is still a very solid contender here in the Doolin Conference.
I think it's just the same thing that almost every almost really great team struggles with, and that's just consistency.
Right.
You can only be good so many times before you can't do it anymore. It is what it is.
A very familiar sight here. Before we get to the talk to Marshall, I see this as deja vu from last year. You had that bad loss to Penn. And then Valpo's just started pulling all these wins here late in the season. And then look at this. It's about the same as it was here. So what can you really say?
It almost ended up exactly the same as it did last year, except Michigan City wasn't able to score 2 touchdowns this time. But they were still able to put up a pretty good fight.
They really did. Holly with his sack of the game, they had a couple turnovers on Valpo's side, but... Yeah. What really hurt Michigan City tonight was not only just staying consistent, but towards the end of the game, especially in the second half, they just couldn't seem to pass the ball. Bush went from consistent pass, and then all of a sudden he couldn't even complete it to his receiver until towards the end when he gave it to Collins. But other than that, really, Michigan City really... They seemed gassed after a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I think the whole field seemed gassed, but definitely Michigan City especially.
And again, we talk about how staying consistent really helps you in football, and for a team like Valparaiso, it's all about staying consistent at this point here. Obviously you got a tough schedule coming up. You still got Crown Point, you still got Maryville, all those tough teams, I think Crown Point's going to be the most difficult game. I think they're even away.
Yeah.
Last year they were home, so now we'll have the Maryville game in a couple weeks here. But going back to the Crown Point game, definitely going to be the hardest task of the season thus far.
Yeah, that's very true. Maryville and Crown Point were both teams that just destroyed Valparaiso last year. Although Valpo did beat Maryville in the playoffs. That was a fun
very
game to
fun
commentate
game
too,
right there. One of the best games we've ever commentated, just in general. And that's the thing about Valpo. There's never, Valpo really runs off of momentum, and that's what I think separates them away from a lot of other teams here. The Doolin Conference. So, once again, that final score is 31-7. Next week they go up against Chesterton, who finally got their first win. It's at Chesterton, so the 3-1 Valpo against 1-3 Chesterton.
Good for them for finally getting their first win. Who'd they face again?
Chesterton, and it's Boswell versus Clark coming up here.
I thought you said Chesterton got their first one.
Yeah. Who was it against, though?
Yeah.
Chesterton won against LaPorte here today.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I'm not sure what you meant there by that question. I thought I just said it.
Yeah, listen, I'm a little preoccupied by how much fun I had tonight.
Oh, no, me too, Jadon. Me too. We all have a lot of fun here, and all you beautiful people at home continuing to support PC3 Media here. We really appreciate how we can give you the best game experience possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we do try our best.
So that's gonna wrap things up here.
Yeah, that's.
So we're gonna take you to Marshall and Riley as they got some things to say here, but we'll take you to them here momentarily whenever we get the call. Okay.
Okay, so you guys had a great game today. I mean, 31-7, that's amazing. Were you expecting anything like this?
Well, we knew if we did our job, we definitely could go ahead and have the outcome that we wanted. We let up some big plays, which defensively we always want to go ahead and try to minimize, and we weren't able to do that, but I give our defense credit. They were a bend but don't break, and they did a great job, especially down in the goal line area.
Yeah, you guys had a great running game. Now, do you think that you guys are going to go state again this year?
We're just looking at one game at a time. So we're looking for Chesterton. It's obviously a rivalry game. We just want to make sure that we don't let that get to our heads and make sure we keep operating like we have been.
You want to spill some plans about next week's game?
Nope, we're going to get on a bus. We're going to go play some football. That's about it.
Well, that is nice. Thank you for talking to me. You had a great game.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Marshall and Riley. So, once again, the final score is 31-7. Next week, they go up against Chesterton at Chesterton. So, Jadon, any last-second things you want to say here?
All I want to say is that's going to be a good game because Valpo and Chesterton have always had a great rivalry.
They sure had, and I'm very excited to look into that game. Thank you guys so much for watching the presentation of PC3 Media Football and Valpo Football. So, their next telecast will be in 2 weeks from now against Maryville. So, that's going to wrap things up. I'm Ethan Locke.
And I'm Jadon Woods, and don't get lost in the stars.
Have a safe night.